Hello and welcome inside the broadcast booth at Everett Memorial Stadium. A dreary, rainy day in Everett. Emir Sepulveda leading off for the Everett Merchants. They face longtime rivals, Seattle-Cheney Studs. I'm Sean O'Connor, voice of the Everett Merchants. Emir Sepulveda on the mound for the Merchants in their blue tops, white pants, black hats against the red top, white bottoms, and black caps of the Seattle-Cheney Studs.
First pitch is 7:08 p.m. as the first pitch comes in.
Popped up and out of play. First pitch at 7:08, and we are underway. Soup, 6 seasons in the minor leagues and Mexican leagues. In his 4 seasons domestically, 5.34 ERA, 86 innings pitched in 54 games. All in relief. So starting as he has before, ground ball. Poles got it on the throw in time for out number 1. Nice clean start for Sepulveda. We'll bring up Gallagher. Jake Gallagher, 333 batting average on the season, 10 hits, 3 of them doubles, and 9 RBIs. Good for second on the team. Big swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Crane up next. Newman cleaning up. Andrews, Piper, and Bullard in the outfield from left to right. In the infield, it's Linders, Poles, Davis, and Fishers. This ball is lined. Caught by Davis for out number 2. A good play. And there's 2 away.
Davis had to make that play on the run.
Leonard, Poles, the aforementioned Davis, and Fisher from left to right on the infield, and Sepulveda and Gunnar Shotani is the starting battery.
The Studs have had a habit of doing things with 2 outs.
Crane up to bat, 452 batting average on the season, and it leads the team. This ball a little high and away for ball 1. First pitch that misses by Sepulveda all game. And it's pretty early, to be fair. The wind and the delivery by Sepulveda as a call, strike, not breaking ball. Evens the count at 1-1. On deck is Newman. Merchants playing down a bit, missing 3 of their starting infielders, a starting outfielder, and quite a few arms. Is that pitch missing, but looked a bit, it's a questionable strike. Or ball call, rather. Merchants playing undermanned and a big swing and a miss. Soup showing what made him an attractive pro prospect for the better part of 6 seasons. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. It's a lazy swing and a miss that just caught a little bit of the bat. And we'll stay where we are.
So a couple balls and a couple of strikes here, Crane. Looking to keep the top of the
Crane, a sophomore at Tacoma Community College out of Spanaway, Washington.
A rainy day here.
Right fielder playing shortstop today. Here's the wind. And the 2-2 pitch is hard hit ground ball foul. And we'll do it again.
Foul count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Everett Merchants play in the Everett Aqua Sox.
Merchants will be back in action tomorrow for Father's Day. 1:05 p.m. first pitch. Come out to the stadium. It's supposed to be better weather tomorrow, or catch us live here on YouTube. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Soup will be fouled off, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 2-way, nobody on. 2 up, 2 down for the Merchants. I'd like to thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. And it's a swing and a miss. High fastball, strike 3, and 1-2-3 go the Seattle-Cheney Studs. When we come back, Merchants lead off. Poles, Shotani, and Piper. We've played a half an inning. We'll see you in the bottom of the first. Axel Pols climbs in to lefty batter's box, leads off here in the bottom of the first inning. Pols starting shortstop for the Everett Merchants. Batting .436 on the year, .526 on base percentage, pair of doubles, 7 hits, and 4 RBIs. Co-leader on the team with Aaron Barber. First pitch is a big swing and a miss. Breaking ball fooled him. And we're underway in the bottom of the first. Gunnar Shotani on deck. Catching for the Merchants tonight. The 0-1 on the way. It's a slicing foul ball. Quickly 0-2. Gunnar Shotani on deck. It'll be his third game of the season, followed by Jaden Piper. Keaton Fisher after that. Nate Davis will follow. Max Rodabow DHing tonight after catching yesterday's win. The 0-2 is fouled away, and we'll stay where we are. Connor Bullard 7th. Easton Leonard at third base. He'll bat 8th, and Anthony Andrews as sort of a double leadoff in bats 9th. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cutter in on the hands. And that's out number 1. A strikeout to start the inning. And a great first batter for Pols. Or rather, against Pols. Williams, Karihara, and Ringer from left to right in the outfield. Morishige, Crane, Gallagher, and Schnerman in the infield as that ball foul tipped into the glove of Bergstrom. Gillis and Bergstrom the starting battery for the Seattle-Cheney Studs, and it's 0-1 with 1 away. Piper on deck. Shotani watches the ball away. Evens count at 1-1. Shotani in 2 appearances. It's 1 for 6 with 3 walks, on base percentage of .500 on the young season. Here's the 1-1. It bounces in. 2-1. Brock Gillis on the year. 1 appearance. It was a start. 3.6 ERA. 5 innings pitched. 7 strikeouts. 2 walks. Gave up 2 runs that were both earned against the Honkers in a 16-3 victory. 2-1. Shotani looking for his 4th walk on the season. He'd get to 4 walks before he got his 2nd hit.
Gillis, who looked really comfortable in that first AB, did not throw a ball. Now it's thrown 3 here to Shotani. The hitters count.
3-1. Here it is. It bounces in. Ball 4. And the 4th walk of the season for Gunnar Shotani. He walks to first. And the first batter or base runner of the game belongs to the Everett Merchants. Jaden Piper climbs in. Moving up from his 5-hole spots in last night's contest. He was 2 for 4 with a run scored and a walk. He also stole a bag. Piper playing center tonight. Check swing well away, and control issues early for Brock Gillis. Piper playing center field for the 2nd consecutive nights. 1-0, and that's low as well. So the 2nd consecutive nights that the Merchants have faced a pitcher with some apparent control issues. We'll see if that continues as the game goes along. On deck is Fisher. Piper 7 walks on the season and a big swing and a miss. Breaking ball caught him looking. Piper a .458 on base percentage on the season. Here's the pitch well upstairs, 3-1. And the Merchants threatening to make some noise here in the first inning. Bo Blacken coaching at first base, or rather at third base. He's looking to wave some runners home here. See what he can do. Merchants hoping that things continue to trend the way they have this long weekends as batters or pitchers not finding the zone. Here's the 3-1, and it's fouled just straight back, fills the count at 3-2. Barring a double play, Keaton Fisher on deck. 333 on base percentage. 4 hits on the season. Piper looking to strike first in this rivalry game. Always a contentious affair. The payoff pitch is a line shot into right center field. He lost the ball, and this will get down for a base hit. A little bobble, but nothing coming as Ringer can't field that. The first hit of the game belongs to the Merchants, and there's runners on first and second with 1 away. This is exactly what Josh Berry was hoping to see today. Short-handed Merchants putting traffic on the base paths, trying to get that pitch count up on the starting pitcher for the Seattle Studs. Already 15 pitches for only 1 out. Fisher grounds it up the middle. It's going to be to second for 1. On to first in time for the double play. 6-4-3. And the Studs get out of trouble as we head to the top of the first, or rather the top of the second inning. Merchants fail to cash in. We head to the top of the second inning. No score after 1. Top of the second inning in Everett. Sepulveda back on the mound, trying to beat some clay out of his spikes as it's a wet one in Everett. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first for Soup, and a call, strike 3. Great breaking ball on the outside corner of the plate to Schnorman. 370 batting average on the season. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball. Same spot. 0-2 for Soup. Soup, longtime Merchant, and he is pounding the zone. 0-2. Let's see what the offering is. Gets the signs from Shotani. Here's the 0-2 on the way. It's in the dirt. 1-2. Williams on deck, followed by Kamihara. Shepard will bat 7th. 8th is Bergstrom, the catcher, and Ringer in right field will bat 9th. This pitch well away. 2-2. Late scratch was Affawork in right field. Kami Ringer sliding over to right, and Kamihara sliding in to center field, and it'll fill the count as that pitch misses away. 3-2.
Fill in the zone early on. Is now unable to find a strike in his last 3 pitches. So the payoff pitch will now be upon us.
Middle infielders playing towards the corners. Payoff pitch on the way. It's a hard hit ground ball. Throw to first base in plenty of time for out number 1. Susan able to keep the ball on the ground through an inning and a third. Poles to Fisher, as Poles has played some excellent defense for the Merchants this season.
Not the type of guy to beat out an infield ground ball by any means. Plays first base. And now up is the left fielder Zion Williams.
Zion Williams will lace this into right field, and it's going to get down in front of Bullard for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Studs, as there's a runner on first with 1 away.
A ball not necessarily hit the hardest, but just in the right spot over the second baseman's head, and a 1 out.
Drew Kamihara climbing in with 1 away and a man on first.
Drew Kamihara now steps in. Bats from the left side, facing the right.
355 batting average on the season in 8 games. Hard hit ground ball. Davis to second for 1. On to first, no throw, and a 4-6 fielder's choice. And there's 2 away. And 2 away. And it's not exactly what you want if you're Sepulveda. You love the double play, but a 1-pitch out will help with the pitch count for sure.
With 2 singles and a double, a couple of RBIs. The first pitch comes in, runner goes.
Swing and a miss. The throw to second! In time! Gunnar Shotani hoses the runner at second base, and that will retire the side. 1 hit, no men left on. Sepulveda faces the minimum, and that will send us to the bottom of the second inning. No score in Everett. Nate Davis leads off in the bottom of the second inning. Davis 400 batting, or rather on base percentage on the year. Batting average lagging a bit, but getting on base as the Merchants have built their teams that way in the past. Lefty bat by Brock Gillis is a called strike, and we are underway in the bottom of the second inning. What a throw by Gunnar Shotani to end the threat. As the rain's slowing down a bit. 0-1, check to swing. It's a ball. Josh Berry egging his team on.
just for this baseball game, right when the first pitch started, the rain stopped.
Getting the signs is Gillis, and he delivers. The 1-1 is well inside. 2-1.
Number 2, so 2 balls and 1 strike.
Gillis with some control issues in this game.
Gillis looking to
A
find his
5-pitch
own-
walk and a full count single in the first inning. 2 base runners. This ball skips in. 3-1.
So a 3-1 count. This is now
Merchants would love to chase this starter early and turn this into a bullpen affair, especially if they can get Sepulveda going a bit.
hold the zone early on. He hasn't had to pay for it in the top of the first.
Lefty second baseman in Davis. Let's see what he can do. 3-1 the count. Nobody out. This pitch is swung through and missed. Couldn't catch up there.
For strike number
And it'll
2.
fill the count at 3-2.
Gillis throws it right by him. The fastball did indeed come. But Davis was not
Josh
ready.
Berry managing this squad. Harold Pyatt not in attendance today.
The windup.
If we can
And the 3-2.
find him, it's a called ball up and in. And a great take by the leadoff man, Davis. He'll trot to first base and bring up Rodabow.
Now batting Max Rodabaugh, the DH.
Rodabaugh last night caught for the Merchants 0 for 4.
You know what that means. Leadoff walks mean runs in
Only player to not reach base last night, but he caught a stellar game behind the plate.
So first pitch comes
First
in.
pitch is a called strike.
Number 1, and that's huge. Brock Gillis needs to find those first pitch strikes. Needs to get ahead of the count early on. It's when he starts to fall behind where he gets in trouble and gives hitter counts.
From the stretch, Gillis delivers a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Great breaking
Strike
ball
number
puts it
2.
0-2.
Up 0-2 early. He can do a lot of things here. Gillis
Bullard on
has
deck.
bounced around a couple of places in
Leonard
college.
and Andrews has some speed. They're on hole and third up.
University of Portland. Couple of
0-2 from the stretch.
The 0-2 pitch from
Here's the delivery. It's a hard hit, or rather a soft chopper. Morris Shiggy, the long run, and this one's a bit high, but it's in time. The 5-3, the put out,
on Murray Shiga,
and
but
Davis
he's
advancing on the
right-handed
throw.
over there at third and is able to fire.
So a productive out by Rodabow moves the runner over,
So Davis moves over to second,
and Bullard climbs in.
1 out. It'll bring up Connor Bullard.
Connor Bullard, 2 hits on the season in 5 games played. Add a walk and an RBI. He struck out 3 times. Here's the pitch. It's well outside and a good stop.
The catcher, Jack Bergstrom, had to slide over there and make a nice play to keep the runner over at second base.
Bullard last night, 1
Gillis
for
looks to
4
miss
with a
the
run
stop,
scored.
takes a peek over at second, looks back in. From the belt.
1-0 is a
Hard
grounder
ball to first,
straight to
nice
first base. A
play.
nice stab by
And
Schnerman.
it's
Gets to
still
first base,
base.
3 unassisted.
What a play by
But
Schnerman.
another productive out moves the runner to third base. Not exactly what you want, as there is still 2 outs.
The third, but a great
But you'll
play
certainly
by
take it, as any ball in the dirt would score a runner if he got through. And with the wild tendencies of Gillis so far, you can never rule out a double play, or not a double play, a wild pitch.
baseman Easton Leonard.
Here's Easton Leonard, third baseman.
The pitch
First
comes in.
pitch is a
That's
called
in
strike,
there.
a great
First
pitch.
strike, number 1.
Taking all the way on that first pitch. Leonard in 3 games, a 400 batting average, 571 on base.
Leonard steps back in. Gillis gets the sign. From the belt. The 0-1.
It's a called strike just at the knees.
An off-speed pitch that
And
caught
all of
that
a sudden, the
front
Merchants
of the zone. No balls in.
need to avoid a strikeout here, and
Bullard
that would retire the threat. Merchants having running
batting average. But
runners in
that
scoring
0-2
position the
here.
first
Pitch
2
comes
innings.
in,
This
a
ball
hard
is a
ball,
slicing
right
drive
field,
down the
slicing,
line.
looks, they
It's going to
turn
get
it
down
field lines.
foul.
And if
That was
a foul,
extra bases and a lead for the Merchants, but nothing doing.
Merchants lead, but to no avail.
Studs have not trailed in their last 3 games. Merchants looking to change that here early. And no matter what happens here, they have made Gillis work tonight.
Easton Leonard at the dish. Gillis has had trouble controlling the zone here early on, but is up
15th
0-2
pitch of
in
the
top
inning.
the second.
He's over 30.
The
Here's
pitch
the
comes
0-2.
in.
It's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Great breaking ball. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Merchants with traffic, but can't get it done and get a run across the plate. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. No runs in Everett. Top of the 3rd in Everett. Sepulveda on the mound for the Merchants. They'll face Logan Shepard to lead off the 3rd.
Here in the top of the 3rd, Logan Shepard at the dish. The first pitch comes
Sepulveda facing the minimum so far. That ball away.
Number 1. So 1 ball and no strikes here to Shepard.
1-0 to Shepard, the DH. He'll be followed by Bergstrom and Ringer. Bergstrom, the catcher, Ringer in right. This pitch is popped up to center field.
Pop up into right center field.
It'll be played by the center fielder Piper for out number 1.
And gathers out number 1.
So 1 up, 1 down for the Studs as Bergstrom climbs in for the Studs. Great outing so far by Sepulveda.
Jack Bergstrom has had himself a great season so far.
545 batting average for Bergstrom.
45.
Only 11 at bats, so a bit of a small sample size to start the year, but a hot start for sure. This pitch is a called strike of the knees, another great breaking ball from Soup.
So no balls in, 1 strike here to the catcher.
Aaron Barber not in attendance tonight.
Looks in.
He'd likely be playing at second base for the Merchants, but unable to attend. This is a check swing up in on the hands, 1-1.
So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in Everett, the Clouds are starting to
Infield shifted slightly towards the left side for the pull-heavy catcher as this ball just a bit low. 2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike here in the top of the 3rd. It's Everett nothing. Studs
Sky's starting to part here in Everett. The rain just about completely stopped. Still a little sprinkly. 2-1, and it's a 3-1 count now. That one in on the knees.
3 balls and 1 strike to Bergstrom, who can do some
Sepulveda
serious
looking
damage, especially with the 3-1
to
count.
avoid a walk. He's yet to walk a batter and has faced the minimum
And the 3-1
through 2 1/3. And this ball is crushed to left field. Running back is Andrews, and he's got it just shy of the track for out number 2. Good speed in left field and the huge ballpark here in Everett. This park plays bigger than about any parks in the Northwest. There's been seasons where the Merchants have more triples than home runs in their ballpark, and you can see why. These 20-foot walls and pretty long fences regardless. And 2 up, 2 down for the Studs. It'll bring up Ringer. Right fielder, it'll take a ball upstairs. 1-0.
Garrett Ringer. Ringer had himself a hit last night. It was 1 for 4.
Garrett Ringer
Looks in.
below the Mendoza line to start the season.
Comes in.
This pitch, breaking ball, but misses upstairs
Misses up
and
high
inside.
for
2-0.
ball number 2. So 2 balls in, no strikes here to Ringer.
Sepulveda looking to face the minimum through the first time through the order. The 2-0 is a bit low and away. 3-0.
So 3-0 early on here to Ringer.
See if Soup can dig in here and find a foothold. Leadoff man Mora
So far,
Shiggy
they are
on
8
deck.
down for the Merchants. Ringer looking to change that. The 3-0 pitch comes in. And
It's a
that
call
does
strike. Bit of a
find the
favorable strike
on
for
the black.
the Merchants, but they'll certainly take it. Because you got to really miss on a 3-0 count a lot of times to get that called. 3-1. Called. Ball inside. And a base runner for the Merchants will bring up the leadoff man. Morishige climbs in. 0 for 1 with a ground out. 2 poles over at shortstop. Tarps on both bullpens, so going to take some time to get those ready to go if they need somebody. Big shift on here as Davis about 10 feet to the right side of first base. This ball is a lacing line drive into right field, but right there to make the play is Bullard, and that will retire the threats. Studs strand a man at first, and we head to the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless in Everett. Bottom of the third inning. Merchants leading off with Anthony Andrews, speedster playing in left field. Gillis, first pitch will be fouled away, 0-1. Gillis, 31 pitches through 2 innings, so relatively manageable pitch counts, despite a couple of full counts at bats. 0-1 is well away and goes all the way to the screen. 1-1, and Gillis's control issues continue. Anthony Andrews last night, 1 for 5 with a double. He reached on a fielder's choice and sacrificed, rather 1 for 4 with that sacrifice hit and a strikeout. 174 batting average on the season. This ball is low, 2-1. The control issues for Gillis have made him work around some traffic, but no harm, no foul so far.
Just kind of work himself out of it. Got a double play ball in the first and a huge strikeout in the second.
2-1 outside, 3-1, and that one missed a little bit further outside than the pitch before.
This is now the 4th batter where he's faced a 3-ball and 1 strike.
And boy, oh boy, if you're the Merchants, do you want Andrews to reach with your leadoff 3 up next? The 3-1 is upstairs, ball 4. Perfect start to the inning for the Merchants as you get an extremely fast runner and Anthony Andrews on bat.
Second started, so does the bottom of the third. A leadoff walk. Never a good thing.
No stolen bases so far for Anthony Andrews, but goodness, does he have speed.
Will Gillis be able to do the same in the bottom of the third?
Anthony Andrews beating out
Struck out his first time up.
a double play in the second inning of last night's game. It did not lead to any runs, but extending the inning. And you know he's got that speed. Big hole in left side. Bunt shown. Nothing doing. Throw to first. Not in time.
great idea by the catcher, Jack.
Not sure. I'm gonna put it down as one in the book. I can't always change it, and you can always change it.
And he's done that a few different times to no avail against the
Throw to
pitch
first. We
stand.
believe it was a strike. 0-1. Bunt shown. He gets down. It's a beauty down the first base line. And it's going to have a chance. And it's a base hit at first base. Bunt base hit by Axel Poles. And there's runners on first and second.
If you look up a tutorial on how to bunt, look up that play.
Cannot get better than that. Axel Poles bunt single down the first base line. And there's runners on first and second with nobody out. And gunner Shotani climbs in. Shotani walked in his first appearance. 1 for 6 on the season. But 4 walks for Shotani, so great zone discipline. And you wonder if that bunt call is still on. Merchants know that they're down bats, and any run is a big run. This pitch is a called ball upstairs. That was a borderline pitch going the Merchants' way. Borderline pitch, but it goes the way of the Merchants. And Shotani, a catcher, going to have some good zone discipline. It's good to see the walks. It's a called strike down the heart of the zone. And it's 1-1. Gallagher covering second loosely. No lead for Poles, and he gets a good secondary lead. This pitch, a called strike in the hands. 2-1, or 1-2 rather. Jaden Piper on deck. 1 for 1 with a single tonight. It was a race and a double play back in the first. 1-2, 2 on. Great speed on the base paths. Got a chance to score from first with a good hit. 1-2. It's a ground ball to second. The throw to short for 1. On to first, and it is in time for the out. 4-6-3 double play. But Anthony Andrews gets to third.
He needed it. He got it.
I just couldn't find the 46-3 double play on the list.
The Studs got a huge double play in the first inning and once again in the third. So now there's 2 outs with just the runner on third.
2 outs and a runner on third as Jaden Piper climbs up.
The first pitch comes in.
Piper gets a called strike on the hands, and the Merchants are going to be arguing that has been a ball all night so far.
Andrews takes his lead over there at third.
From the stretch, the 0-1 pitch on the way is low and away.
Good stop by the catcher Bergstrom.
Second double play of the game for the Studs defense.
If you're Gillis and what pitches you throw, cannot throw a wild pitch.
Anthony Andrews with
give the Merchants a free run.
80 grade speed at third. Here's the 0-1. It's down in the dirt, and that's a good stop.
By Bergstrom, back to back. Good defensive plays by the catcher.
Bergstrom keeping this game tied with that block. There's not a ton of real estate behind home plate before it gets to the stands, but we've seen a number of runs scored on that wild dash to home plate on a wild pitch. 2-1. Gillis from the stretch delivers. It's a called strike. Boy, that was tight. And that pitch has switched call. That pitch has switched from a ball to a strike halfway through this inning, but it's been both been against the Merchants. So let's see how that pitch is called as we go. The 2-2 is a swing and a foul tip, and that will retire the side. The Merchants strand a man at third base, and Jaden Piper is disgusted at some of those calls. We head to the top of the fourth, scoreless in Everett. Top of the fourth here in Everett.
We're here in the top of the fourth.
Gallagher climbs in to face
Merchants nothing. The first pitch comes in.
Sepulveda. It's a called strike on the outside part of the zone. 0-1. The strike zone, a little bit soft. As that pitch was called a ball consistently in the last frame. It's called a strike here, but the Merchants dealing with some of the opposite issues in the bottom half of the third inning. We play top four. No runs scored.
So no ball and 2 strikes. The pitch.
One hit for the stud. Swing and a miss. Drop strike 3. Finishing the strikeout is Shotani to Fisher.
So Gallagher strikes
And out number 1.
pitches. Never what you want to see. Now that brings up the shortstop.
Second strikeout of the night for Gallagher.
Struck out last time he was up.
As Crane climbs in 0-for-1. With the only other strikeout of the contest so far by Stud's
Gets the sign
lineup.
from the stretch.
Here's the pitch. Well away and low for ball 1. Schnerman on deck, followed by Williams.
The 1-0. The windup and the pitch.
Swing and a miss. High fastball. Gets by Crane.
So 1 ball.
1 over the minimum for Sepulveda at this point.
4:52 in the year.
Through 3 innings,
1-1 comes in.
Sepulveda, 34 pitches, and
Nice play.
pulls the diving play on 2 bounces. Good pick by Fisher for out number 2.
That ball took a couple of bounces before reaching first base.
And a tight contest. Any base runner could be the one that decides the game.
So that brings up
Sepulveda
the first
getting some
pitch,
help
Ben
behind him.
Schnerman. And what a season
Schnerman
has had so
0 for
far.
1 tonight, but a hot bat so far, batting .487,
A few games ago,
playing
4
first
home runs
base.
in 1 game.
No,
The
not a lot of
Schnerman
speed, but
fouled
some
the ball.
power. That ball fouled away. It's
That's right,
0-1.
4 homers in 1 game. Looking to get one of those.
famously recently had a game 4 for 4, 4 homers, and his first plate appearance, he walked.
Schnerman that looks it. The pitch.
It's a called strike outside, and quickly 0-2.
Number 2. So no balls and 2 strikes.
Soup
Truman 0 for 1 on the day.
gets his signs from Shotani.
Here in the top of the 4th.
Winds and delivers. The 0-2 pitch is a ball low.
Outside for ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The strike zone tonight is
1 and
pretty
2.
lenient to say the least. It's been ebbing and flowing as the game goes on. But that outside strike
Williams on deck, but the business at hand is a 1-2 pitch by Sepulveda. Base is empty.
Schnerman.
Here's the
And
pitch.
the pitch.
Swing and a miss! Breaking ball downstairs, and it fools the hitter.
Frustration and walks back to the dugout.
Schnerman strikes out. Soup 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts and keeps his pitch count down. Merchants looking to do some damage here in the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back to Everett. No score through
Going on the offensive side. It's been all Merchants.
the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth.
Stranded.
Keaton Fisher climbs in 0 for 3. He grounded into a double play to end the first inning. This pitch well away, and the control issues continue on pitch 48
Fisher grounded into a
for
huge
Gillis.
double play in the first inning as the 1-0 comes in. And that
And
skips
just
into
down low, 2-0.
number 2. Brock
Gillis,
has not looked
49
good
pitches so far, including those 2 balls.
All
On
that
deck
matters
is Davis.
what is on the scoreboard. And that's been all zeros. Gillis has been able to work out of a few jams early on. The 2-0 comes
2-0 is a foul ball straight back into the netting. Just missed that one. It's 1-2.
So 2 balls and 1 strike.
Davis will be followed by Rodabau. Davis reached on a walk and was stranded at third base back in the second. 5-3 ground out for Rodabau that advanced the runner.
Some hints of blue sky around the ballpark as the
2-1 is in, and it missed outside, but I'll tell you, it looks like a strike from up here.
I honestly cannot tell you guys where that missed. It looked like a strike from here. Maybe it was a little outside. Either way, 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch comes in, and that is a ball. So
Ball skips through,
means
and a leadoff walk
So a leadoff walk. We've seen this
for the Merchants.
3 straight innings that Gillis has.
Apologies for a slight technical difficulties there for just a moment as we're back. Bottom of the fourth inning, leadoff walk
Gillis has been able to work out of the jam.
for the Merchants.
Gillis gets the sign. Up is now
Third consecutive inning with a leadoff walk for Everett. We'll see what they can do with it. No runs so far tonight for either squad. That ball is hammered to right center field, going, and it is banging off the auxiliary scoreboard.
off the wall, thrown in.
Davis digging for second, in there with the slide, and second and third with nobody out. Some crafty base running from Davis to get in there, and the Merchants threatening in a big, big way.
And Davis takes second.
Second and third with nobody out for Everett.
Magic here.
Second and third, nobody out for Rodabau. Max Rodabau was 0 for 4 last night, but some productive outs. And this ball is skied to left field. Tagging is Fisher. Williams with the catch, and everyone's going to hold their position. And a fly out to left field, F7 for the first out.
Zion Williams out there in left has himself in panic. And wisely,
Bullard climbs in. He was
that ball just didn't go anywhere.
robbed of a base hit back in the first inning by a good play, or rather the second inning, by a good play at first base. Chilly night tonight. Ball's not flying as far.
50 degrees.
2 hits for the Merchants and 2 on here.
Small ball tonight.
Now there are 3 hits for the Merchants.
First pitch comes into
First pitch is a spoiled foul ball, 0-1. Leonard on deck.
First pitch comes in to strike.
Bullard with that hard hit, lying out to first base.
So no balls.
Back in
and
the second.
1 strike. Runners on second and third.
Thank you for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. We'll be back in action tomorrow, 1 p.m., but action in hand here. 1 away, 2 in scoring position. He checked his swing. No, he did not, says the home plate umpire. And he swung at that pitch, and I'll tell you, I wonder if there was an umpire at first base, if that would have been a different call.
2 strikes. So down 0-2.
Questionable check call here. 0-2 the count. Gillis gets set from the stretch. He delivers. The 0-2 is well out and low for a ball, 1-2. It's always a bit anticlimactic, ball 1 in a tense situation like that. But the Merchants will certainly take it. Get that pitch count up for Gillis. And the way that Sepulveda is pitching, you might only need 1. Here's the 1-2. It's a high chopper to third. The play is to first base. A run's going to score, and the Merchants takes the lead. 5-3 ground outs, but give Bullard the RBI. As Keaton Fisher comes in, it's 1-0. Merchants over the Seattle-Cheney Studs. First time in 4 games, the Studs have trailed at any moment in their games. Runner on at second base. The Merchants still threatening for Speedster Leonard over at third base. Easton Leonard takes above his head. And a bit of a scary ball there, but able to get underneath it. On deck is Anthony Andrews.
That ball could have taken him out, but he steps right back in. Have to have a hitter's mentality. And is ready for this next pitch.
See if Leonard can put a charge into one. Big swing and a miss. He was thinking the way I was thinking. And Gillis got him with the breaking ball. 1-1. Runner on in second base.
Give up his first run of the day, but if he can hold that to just one here in the bottom of the fourth, it's a pretty good sign with second and third nobody out. So
From the stretch, Gillis delivers the 1-1 pitch. Is a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. Merchants did pick up the run, so you'll take it. But boy, oh boy, would you love an insurance run. As you know, the Studs can score and score in bunches. They dropped 16 runs not too long ago. It's going to take great pitching and great offense to beat this team. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. And that will retire the side. The Merchants pick up a run on an RBI ground out by Bullard. Keaton Fisher trots home. Merchants on top. We finished 4. It's 1-0 Everett. Welcome back, Top 5. Sepulveda now pitching with the lead. Middle infielders playing deep for Williams, who is swings and miss. Big hack at a breaking ball. Count is 0-1. Williams, 357 batting average on the season. Here's the pitch. It's a high chopper to third on the under the glove. And and we'll deliberate on the. Score that as an infield single.
It took a weird hop. It took a weird hop on that.
So give Williams the hit.
From the stretch, Sepulveda. Sepulveda's going to be annoyed with me on that. Runner goes, bunt will go foul. And strike number 1, 0-1 for Kamihara. Sepulveda and I know each other for a few years, and he's going to be a bit annoyed that I gave him a hit on that. If he comes around to score, he's going to not want that to be an earned run. But it took a weird hop, and I think that that's going to be a base hit. 0-1 the count here in the top of the 5th inning. 0-1, bunt shown, and it's a good one. No play anywhere. He's got to eat it. Base hit.
What a bunt by Kamihara. Williams will move over.
Kamihara reaches and give him a base hit.
Who are threatening. Runners on first and
back-to-back base hits against Sepulveda. And Shepard, the DH, do you put the bunt on again? I might.
And Shepard
If I'm the
has had
Studs.
a few great days of baseball these last few games against the Fish Stakes, looking to continue that against the Merchants.
It's got some power, but if I were the manager of the Studs, I might put the bunt on again. This ball outside, 1-0.
For ball number 1, 1 ball and no strikes. The Studs have made their living off of timely hitting. They've been able to do that the last couple of games against the Fish
Sepulveda
Stakes.
looks in long.
And looking
Look
to do that
from the
here
stretch.
against the Merchants with
In
runners
some
on
trouble.
bases.
Corners in. The
First pitch
pitch
comes
is
in,
lifted
a
to
pop-up
center field.
towards center field.
Piper over. Tagging are the runners. Piper, the throw is too short. The relay to third. Not in time. A little bit of an overslide, and the players will console
Slams into the
at
shin
third.
of
It's an
the
out.
third
No
baseman,
sacrifice.
Leonard.
No sacrifice.
As no run scores, but both runners advance on the F8.
Both runners advanced on the flyout. So Kamihara will now be over there at second. Williams at third.
Where a sac fly is, you can only have a sac fly on a run scored.
And that brings up Jack Bergstrom. A deep fly ball like that would score Williams and tie up this
Bergstrom up to bat. Had a long fly out to left field, if you all remember right. Anthony Andrews with a good arm in left field, and I'll tell you, that throw from center field nearly getting there at third base. Some light warming up happening in the Merchant pen now.
And needs to find a way to do the same thing here with runners
Sepulveda in a big jam. Infield in for a play at the plates.
in the top of the fifth.
Sepulveda winds and delivers. The first pitch, low, and it's a good stop by Shotani. He can't find it, but it's too close to be an issue.
Shotani,
1-0.
if that gets by him, Speedy Williams could definitely go and take home. And I would tap this ball game out.
From the cut of the grass. All four, and they're going to intentionally walk
And they're going to intentionally walk Bergstrom.
Bergstrom.
That might be a smart call. This now sets up the double play ball and brings up the right fielder, Garrett Ringer.
Force at every base. The bases are loaded with one away, and a smart intentional walk by Josh Berry. We'll see if this works out for him.
Ringer needs to make
Ringer struggling on the season. Here's the first pitch. It's a big swing and a miss.
number 1.
I think Josh Berry had two thoughts there. One, you got to force at every base, but also you want to face Ringer. Batting below the Mendoza line this season.
Ideally, a deep fly ball to left or
Boy,
right.
oh boy, biggest pitch of the game on each of these at-bats. The 0-1 on the way. It's a ground ball past the diving glove of Poles. They're going to throw the runner. One run scores. The throw to the plate is not in time as he drops the ball. 2 RBI single, and the Studs take the lead.
Or it is Garrett Ringer who comes up big for the Studs. Shepard with a
Studs
great
on
piece of
top,
hitting.
2-1.
Put the ball
Runners
in
on the
play.
corners.
Good things do indeed happen.
And the threat
And that brings up the
still
top
live
five.
here
Runners
for
on the corners.
the Merchants.
Makana Morishige up at
Still
bat.
only one out.
Staggered stance.
Runner goes. Pitch is outside. No throw.
He will slide into second base.
And 2 on in scoring position now on the stolen base.
A stolen base for Ringer, and that denies the double play opportunity.
And you consider putting Morishige on at first
So
base.
Morishige now a ground ball could score.
Morishige digs in. Big lead. Runners in. This pitch is hacked through and missed. 1-1.
Morishige almost loses his helmet on that one. That's how big he swung. The count moves to
2 on in
1-1.
scoring position. There's no force
One strike.
at home.
Second and third. The 1-1.
This one is a lazy fly ball. It's going to dent down into right field. The throw home will be cut off in 2 more runs.
And the Studs will
4-1
now lead the
Merchants on a 2
4-1.
RBI single by Morishige. It'll clear the bases. 4-1
Gallagher up
as Gallagher hacks through high fastball.
for strike number 1.
0-1. Seventh man to the plate for the Studs.
A huge single, scoring 2.
Here's the pitch.
0-1. Murray Shige
Ball
will try
inside.
to
Runner
find
goes.
second.
No throw.
And Gunnar shows
And the
up.
count is 1-1.
Come with that ball in his hand. Baseball still might be a little slick out there. And when he
Still
grabbed the ball,
1 out.
was unable to rule
And
the
things are
hand
starting to
off.
move a little faster in the Merchant Pen now.
And Murray Shige
Sepulveda
now at second.
beginning to labor
So a big
here in the
inning, a
5th.
big inning here, looking to get bigger for the Studs. The pitch comes in.
Checkins his swing. He did not go. 2-1.
Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Sepulveda got to find an out here. Runner in scoring position. Already a 4-1 deficit for the Merchants. This ball missing.
Comes in and misses.
3-1.
So now a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. And Emer Sepulveda, who looked rock solid through 4, is now all of a sudden starting to lose the strike zone. The Merchants bullpen starting to get warmed up.
From the
into that
stretch.
field.
The
hitter's
3-1
count
pitch.
Here to Gallagher. The windup and the pitch.
It's a called strike. Finds the foothold.
Gallagher was
And he'll fill the
a few
counts.
steps over to first before he has to now collect himself and get back in to the batter's box.
And some Little League players asking for a strikeout. Let's see if Soup can deliver.
Here,
Payoff pitch coming.
the payoff pitch.
Here it is. It's a called strike 3.
Strike 3.
Out number 2. And what a pitch by Sepulveda.
He didn't like it.
Showing some professional pitching there.
Back to the dugout, and a
Giving up
couple
4 runs between out number 1 and out number 3. Or rather 2.
them greatly, and that brings up
And a
Jeremiah Crane.
great pitch by Sepulveda for out number 2.
So Crane steps in.
Here's first pitch to Crane. It's a swing and a miss.
Strike 1.
8th man to the dish. Soup has labored in a big way.
Gallagher steps back in there. 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out his last time up.
0-1 to Sepulveda.
0-1. Murray Shige takes the lead over there at second. The windup. And the pitch.
Crane will take called strike 2.
Strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes here to Crane. He's going to have to battle.
Some work going on in the Merchant bullpen.
Here in the top of the 5th, it's the Studs 4.
Friedrich warming up. This pitch
Nothing.
is popped
Pitch
foul.
comes in, and that is
And we'll do
foul
it again.
out of play. So the 0-2 will come once more. Crane is hitting
Colston
450
Friedrich
on the year.
warming up. Cedro Woolley kid. Junior at University of Davidson.
0 for 2 today.
He'll be next up. But first things first. 0-2. Sepulveda looking to get out of the frame. It's a line shot to center field, but right there is Jaden Piper for out number 3. But the damage done, 4 runs across. The Merchants trail 4-1, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Welcome back.
Song, Rattlenbach.
Anthony Andrews faces Gillis
Outside for ball number
for the
1
second time today, and ball 1 outside.
But I have heard that
1 and 0.
a few times in the last year.
Andrews walked in his first appearance, looking to get on board. Merchants trailing 4-1. It's a called strike.
Strike number 1. So
1 and 1.
And 1 strikes to Anthony Andrews.
Take a look at some MLB scores on the West Coast. Los Angeles Angels coming back to defeat the San Francisco Giants 4-3, and this pitch is high and away. 2 and 1.
And 1 strike. Gillis, in all honesty, has not looked great out there, but he has battled, has been able to work out some tough jams, and has given up just the 1 run.
Tigers over the Houston Astros 13-5, and a big boost for the
One ball, one
Mariners.
strike here to the 9-hole hitter.
1 and 1. This ball is down low, 2 and 1.
2 balls in, 1 strike.
Or excuse me, that is 3 and 1 now, as I misclicked on the scoreboard. 3 and 1 the count.
So excuse me, 3 balls and 1 strike now. So a hitter's count.
And the Seattle Mariners hold on to defeat the Texas Rangers 7-5. That ball misses. That's a walk for Anthony Andrews. 2 walks tonight.
That is now
4th consecutive leadoff walks.
That might be a record. Gillis has been unable to control.
Let's see if the Merchants can finally cash in on one of these leadoff walks.
4 leadoff walks.
Be leadoff man, pulls.
One run so far for the Merchants. Gillis.
Mariners holding on 7-5 over the Texas Rangers. They led 7-1 entering the 9th inning. Gave up 4 runs and had the go-ahead run at the plate, but the Mariners able to put them away. This ball is a swing and a miss and a bat into the stands. Holy smokes.
And misses a family by the first base side by just about 6 feet.
Scary stuff
And it's stuck
in
really
Everett.
weird, but it is still wet
Those
out
bats
there.
are soaked. Poles will go find a new piece of lumber, and
Hand back the
bat making its way back to
And
the
you saw that a
fields,
few times last
and they'll
night
take a
in
moment to
Dubson.
get that all figured
A
out.
few different bats went flying, one into the netting on the left
As I
side.
mentioned before, Mariners led 7-1 in the 9th inning, but 4 runs given up. They were able to hold on. And if you're a Mariners fan, the playoff situation looking a lot better than it has in a long time. Some new sticky spray being sprayed on the grip of that bat. They'll give them a minute. Keep the safety of everybody in mind. Mariners with the win over the Rangers. They win that series. Longest series win streak in the history of the franchise since that historic 2001 season where the Mariners broke the all-time single-season wins record before falling to the Yankees in the ALCS. Mariners lead the Texas Rangers by 7.5 games, and they're 11 games over 500. But even more interesting, 9 over the Houston Astros, who sit all the way down at 32 and 39. Merchants fans, a lot of them are Mariners fans as well, love to see that. That ball upstairs, 1 and 1.
Ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to pull.
So good things happening in Pacific Northwest baseball. Pitcher's still getting warm for the Merchants. You expect him to come into the contest in the top of the 6th. This ball is a little lacer dropping Kamihara, and it's over Crane, and that will drop in for a base hit. And 2 on, and nobody out for the Merchants. Got to quit talking about the Mariners when I'm calling the Merchants game. I get those names mixed up too easy. 2 on, nobody out. And Gunnar Shotani climbs in. He walked and grounded into a double play. Back in the 3rd. 1 for 6, now 1 for 7 on this season. We'll see what the decision is here. Would you ever bunt here in the 5th inning down 3? I don't know. But it's something to think about. We've had plenty of traffic on the base paths, but have not been able to push runs across. Big inning for the Studs in the top of this frame. This ball is downstairs, 1-0. And that's the one pitch that us in the booth can't say anything about. We can't tell if that pitch is low or not unless we hear it hit the dirt.
So 1 ball and no strike. strikes. Runners on first and second. They get their lead.
Looks like the catcher fielded it a bit low, though, so we'll take it. 1-0. 2 on. Here's the pitch. It's well outside. 2-0.
Trails away.
And Gallagher bailing from his cover position, which is letting Anthony Andrews get quite the significant secondary lead at second base. He's going to score on any base hit. Here's the 2-0, and it's a ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. Andrews is going to be sent. The throw home is cut off. The relay to third is not in time. First to third goes Poles, and a run across. 2 runners on the corners with nobody out, and another run across. It's 4-2.
No outs.
Runners on the corners, nobody out.
Jaden Piper now steps in.
For Jaden Piper. Pitch is upstairs, ball 1.
For ball number 1.
And this harkens back to an extra inning contest against these studs a few years ago. I want to say that game was 12-10 or something like that. Both teams just kept pouring it on. Yeah, big swing and a miss on a breaking ball.
And 1 strike.
Count as 1-1. Gillis has been struggling with control, and there's runners on the corners. Piper up 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. He's made the pitcher work. A full count single and a 2-2 strikeout on the game. And Shotani, a pretty fast catcher, so not a bad throw over. The 1-1. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. That pitch missing by a bit. On deck, Keaton Fisher, a double play and a walk for Fisher. Let's see if he can get up and do some damage. You really like a lefty bat with a runner on first base with that big hole on the right side. Gallagher shifted slightly towards the left side to make that hole even bigger. And now he'll walk towards his natural position. 2-1, no one out, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. It's outside and high. 3-1. The swing of emotions in this contest. And we're only in the 5th. Just barely halfway through this game.
So runners on first and third.
Hour and 16 minutes into this contest. The 3-1 is downstairs. Ball 4, bases loaded, nobody out.
Gillis walks another runner, his second of the inning, and that will cause Barry Aiden
6 walks on the game by Brock Gillis, and that will be it for his afternoon. We'll see what reliever comes in for the Studs, but the Merchants threatening, nobody out, bases loaded, 4-2 Studs lead. Welcome back. Brock Gillis staying in the contest. 6 walks in the game by Brock Gillis. And one more would score a run. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Studs, 2 runs on 6 hits, but the base is juiced for the Merchants. It's a called strike, and I'll tell you what, that looked outside.
A huge strike number 1 to Keaton Fisher.
Keaton Fisher 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Corners in. Middle infield double play depth. They would likely sacrifice a run for the double play. Here's the 1-0-1. It's a hard hit. Ground ball. Base hit into right field. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold the runner. The throw home and the back pick not in time. No throw. So add a hit and a run for the Merchants. It's 4-3. And the lead is shrunk once again. Everybody moves up a base, and a great hold by Bo Blacken. as the runner would have been dead to right at home.
It is a loaded
Nobody
house
out,
in Everett.
and a 1-run deficit for the Merchants. Heck, if you're Everett, you'll take a double play right now. It would tie the game. 1 for 1 with a double for Davis, a double here would give the Merchants the lead.
He's 1 for 1 with
Here's the
double.
pitch.
first pitch comes
It's
in, that's
outside, 1-0.
Nowhere to put
A
Davis.
walk and a double for Davis.
Needs to find
A hit of
something
any
here.
kind or a deep fly
Get
ball
pretty.
ties the game. And the Studs not playing as in as you would expect, so they're playing for a double play. They will give up the lead for 2 outs, and that's a called strike.
For strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Super interesting strategy call here. What's more important, 2 outs or a run if you're the Studs?
So a long 5th inning.
Corners
And the Studs
are
at
in,
this point are just trying to
playing
lead the
halfway.
5th
Here's the
inning
pitch.
to
It's a called strike.
Strike number 2. This would be a huge moment.
Studs
for
are certainly
strikeout.
playing for a
1
double
ball
play.
and 2 strikes. A
Rotobow
strikeout
on deck.
here
He's 0 for
would
2.
mean a double play opportunity to get out of the inning
Davis on the season of 400 on base percentage.
on deck.
To go with a 1 for 1 night with a walk and a double. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Bounces in. That's a good stop by Bergstrom, as that would have been a run.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tense moments in Everett. Bo Blacken
Runners
hoping to
are
wave some runners in. 2-2, 2 away. Or no, none away, excuse me. Bases loaded. 1-run deficit for the Merchants.
The windup
Here's the pitch.
and the pitch.
It's well outside. Full count, 3 and 2.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Nowhere to
Ball
put
running away.
Davis here.
And it's a full count, nobody out. And Josh Berry nodding his head. He knows this is the moment. And you have to strike
Enter Nate Davis.
with the when you have
No
an
strikes
option.
coming. Gillis needs to
Opportunity
play
strikes.
strike
Will they
here.
answer?
3-2
3-2 on the way. It's just fouled off, and that's a great foul ball, as that was way too close to take. You got to imagine this is the last inning, maybe the last batter
on a 3-2
for
count,
Brock
needs
Gillis,
extra
but
job.
you never know in summer collegiate baseball. Full count, bases loaded, nobody outs. It's a 1-run lead for the Studs. Davis up to bat. Here's the pitch. It's a ball inside. They walk the bases with the bases loaded. An RBI walk. We are tied.
And Everett will tie up the game here in the 5th inning, and that'll be it for Brock Gillis. He's unable to
RBI walk
and there are
for
still
Davis,
no
and that
outs
will tie the
here in
game.
bottom of the 5th.
4-4 Merchants. The bases are still loaded,
Near the bottom of the 5th.
and there is nobody out. We'll step aside. There'll be a pitching change. We'll get you the info when we come in. 4-4 bases loaded for the Merchants.
I'm just
Welcome
trying to
back, Drake Anderson. Climb in
Right here in the bottom of the fifth
to
inning, basically
face
nobody out, and,
the new merchant batter. And this is a deep fly ball. Williams tracking. He'll catch it shy of the warning track. Runner's tag, and another run's going to score. A sacrifice fly by Rodabow plates Piper, and the Merchants retake the lead. 5-4 Everett.
he did his job. Just get that.
One away now, and Bullard climbs in with one away and runners on second and third. So a double play would now end the frame, but the Merchants take the lead, and this pitch is a called strike. Bullard 0 for 2 tonight.
Stars on first and second.
Pitch is well inside, 1-1.
For ball number 1. So one
Eighth
ball,
man to the plates.
So 1-1.
Anderson, 1 appearance, 2 innings pitch. He gave up a run. It was earned.
Anderson is now pitching.
1-1, 1 away, 2 on, 5-4 lead for the Merchants. It's a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball.
For strike number 2. So 1 ball and a couple of strikes.
Big spot for the Merchants, and they have answered a 4 spot in the bottom of the 5th inning.
So all hope is not lost. The Studs, we're up 4-1 going into this inning. So it's just 5-4 here as the pitch comes in. And
Swing and a miss.
and a miss.
Oh, was that a foul?
So strike number 2. So 1 out. Runners on first and second.
That must have been a foul
Drake
too.
Anderson
Must have been a
is
foul
striking
ball, as the count was 1 and 2,
off the miss.
but
Yeah.
I'm going to call that a foul ball,
I
and
just saw the pitch.
we'll continue again.
Trying to
And you know that Studs dugout would have come out if there was something wrong there. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, and there are 2 away.
2 away.
5-4 Merchants, and they've batted around. Ethan Leonard climbs in.
Leonard.
I thought that last one before that was strike 3. I just wanted to swing.
Easton Leonard batting 400 on the season, 571 on base percentage. Looking to keep the line moving. 2 away, it'll be a called strike at the knees.
1. No balls and 1 strike.
Pair of Ks for Leonard.
Drake Anderson.
Looking to avoid the sombrero.
College from Enumclaw.
Big hole on the right side. If he can poke it towards the opposite field, it's a ball outside. Oh, called strike.
Outside part of the zone
Wow.
for
He's
strike
big
number
calling
2.
those guys, and these guys got a weird zone.
And Anderson
A weird
was
zone for
the
sure.
beneficiary of
On
that
deck is
ball.
Andrews. First run scorer of the inning. He led off the inning with a walk, and he's on deck.
So 2 outs, no balls,
0-2.
and no
2
strikes.
away, 2 on. Here's this pitch, and it's lined down the first base line, but foul.
The first base side goes foul, so 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Merchants retaking the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They led 1-0, then trailed 4-1, and now on top 5-4, looking to add some more runs.
Here in the ball,
And this
the pitch comes in.
is the 0-2 spoiled foul. Scorebooks start to break when the 10th man comes to the plate. We'll see what happens here.
Anderson, a hard throwing lefty out there, 6'1". So he's got some length to him.
6-1 left-hander Anderson delivers the 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt.
Is bouncing in
What's in the back
for
pitch
1
on that
ball
count,
and
though?
2 strikes.
5th pitch misses low. 1-2.
That's it, it was in.
Got 1 to waste if you need it, and you did.
And that mound is collecting some water out there,
The rain has completely stopped now in Everett.
but there's now no more rain.
Here's the 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, but it gets through, and he's going to run to first base, and he is just out. And Josh Berry's not going to be happy there. He stood in his batter's box for a good couple seconds, and he would have beat that out. But a strikeout ends the frame, and you can't complain too much about the results. 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Merchants retake the lead. We head
Back after
to the top of the 6th inning.
in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's some. He should have beat that out. He stood there for a while. Yeah.
I didn't think he could run because there was a guy on first. Usually they don't let him run unless unless that guy broke for second.
I think they all broke. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I think that's the only reason why Dundee didn't run, which he thought.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There was 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 men left.
Correct.
Is this still the same guy? Oh, yeah.
Same pitcher. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, just and the picture. I did the right page. When I go turn the book over. We've got Ben, Zion, and Drew. And Drew is fast. You saw Drew is usually our leadoff guy.
Mm. Woo! I'm gonna lose my voice in this game. Goodness gracious! Should have got more water.
This Schnurman.
Yeah, just do this.
Welcome back.
We are back here in the top
Emir
of the
Sepulveda
6th inning.
stays in.
Ben Schnurman batting.
Top of the 6th, 5-4 Merchant lead.
So Schnurman steps
4
in.
runs all earned against
The first
Sepulveda
pitch comes in.
and 67
A hard
pitches.
ball
This one
towards
is
right field.
line down the right
Slices
field line. It'll
left
get
and it
foul.
will just bounce foul.
Shinurman 0 for 2 with foul
A
ball.
couple of feet right of that
And
line in
Sepulveda
right field.
breathing a bit of a sigh of relief there.
And Schnurman shakes his head and is going to have to go back.
It's a painful walk back to first base when you hit a ball that well
back
and it
to
goes
home
foul.
plate. So Schnurman laughs it off.
Merchants
He's now gonna have to step
looking to
back.
hold on here.
Schnurman
Top of the
rocking
6th
the
inning.
black helmet, black bat, black gloves,
And we are firmly
black
in
shirt.
a long game here.
He is
Hour and
decked
30
out.
minutes in.
And Schnurman now is going to walk back over to the dugout. Maybe he wants a new bat. No, he's going to want some new spray.
No, it says
So he doesn't like his grip on the bat right now. It's
And getting some of that sticky
better
spray
safe
on.
than
It's been
sorry.
wet. We've already seen a bat
one
into the
bat
crowd.
fly into the bleachers.
pine toss, whatever.
Sepulveda will take a minute to pound some clay out of his cleats while some new sticky stuff gets applied to that baseball bat.
So Schnurman steps back in, taps his bat a couple of times.
Same
on
pitcher
the
still
ball.
warming for the Merchants.
And the 0-1 pitch will come in. The 1
Line and the delivery. The 0-1 is fouled off. 0 and 2.
Schnurman is a straight-up baseball player. 6'1", 225. Goes to Big Bend Community College. First baseman.
Join us back here tomorrow, 105 on Father's Day against the Northwest Honkers. This pitch just missing.
1 ball and 2
1 and 2.
strikes. Schnurman hitting .487 on the year. Has had himself a season so far.
Soup winds and delivers. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Strike 3. So
What a
Schnurman
pitch
goes down
by
swinging.
Sepulveda.
That will bring up Zion
And the count, and there's
Williams.
1 away here in the top of the 6th. Zion Williams climbs in. 2 for 2, a pair of singles, and he scored a run back in that big top of the 5th. Swing and a miss.
Williams swings right through it. And Sepulveda has had a great outing outside of that pesky 5th inning. Where both teams
0-1,
got
the
on board.
wind and the delivery. It's a well-hit ball to center field.
It's gonna be a tough play, but
Piper looking up and will make the play in deep left center field
with a
for
long
out
range
number
out there in
2.
center makes it look easy. And Williams
Piper
will
with great
go back
speed,
to the
but
dugout. So
Josh
two
Berry's
outs.
got to be shaking a little bit. He's down arms, so he's got to get Soup through 6 here. But a couple of well-hit balls. He was able to get the strikeout against Shinurman.
So Kamihara, the
But
5-5
Williams putting a charge in that ball, and that ball gets out of some parks, especially if it's any warmer.
in the lineup today.
Here's the pitch. It's a little bit inside
Inside for ball
on
number 1.
Kamihara.
This was meant to be Kamihara's off day, but Isaiah Athworth was scratched from the lineup just a few minutes
Kamihara 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. It's a ball down, 2-0.
for ball number 2. So 2 balls
Kamihara,
and
good
no
speed.
strikes here to Kamihara.
Late addition after Athelwork scratched.
2-0
It is outside, and we're 3-0.
So 3 balls and no strikes.
Josh Berry glancing out to his bullpen. I believe his reliever's ready. We'll see if he needs him.
To be the first base runner here in the 6th inning.
The 3-0 is a called strike. Great pitch down the heart of the zone.
Watches one
And a
down
foothold
Main
for
Street.
Sepulveda, who's really struggling with his spikes. It's wet out there, but he does not like what he's feeling in his feet. Here's the 3-1. It's a ball down.
Ball number 4.
And Sepulveda is not happy with himself, not happy with his cleats.
Himself a walk.
And we'll see what Josh Berry decides to do here. He's starting to pace a bit.
That will bring up Logan Shepard.
Logan Shepard, a pair of flyouts to center field tonight.
Shepard 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to change that here.
What's wrong? Why are they on time? Someone's gone.
And
The
Sepulveda
game's
will
called
And
step
time
up
called the
now.
left fielder tying his shoe.
And we'll look back. So he's going to get the
I
sign.
was looking over, but wasn't that long.
Anthony Andrews
Logan Shepard with an
ran out of his shoes, it looks like. Is
The only thing I did was
lacing his shoes out.
I didn't look
top
down.
here with the home run.
Shepard, 333 batting average in 3 games. Is Andrews back up after tying the shoe?
Pitch comes in.
First pitch is a called strike, number 1.
No ball and 1 strike. Cammy Har, takes his lead over there at first.
Josh Berry might be burning one of his arms out there in the bullpen. He's been pitching for a couple innings now. This pitch is a bit upside.
For ball number 1, 1 ball and 1 strike.
1-1, top 6, 2 away. And 1 on
Rain has fully stopped,
in Kamihara.
and all of a sudden,
Speedy center
what a
fielder,
bad day for baseball
DH and
outside of
Shepard.
how cold it is.
Here's the
160
pitch.
degrees. The
This
1-1
ball
pitch
fouled off,
fouled
1 and
back.
2.
1 ball and 2 strikes. The Merchants play at the Aquasox Stadium. The single A team for the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners
Stretch and the look
held
in.
on and beat the Rangers today.
Soup comes set and delivers.
For
The 1-1 pitch. Runner goes. It's a ground ball, base hit into right field. Bullard will charge. The throw is to second base. And runners on the corners with 2 away.
Alive here for Jack Bergstrom. Can the studs do what the studs do best?
Bergstrom climbs in.
Doing it all season long.
0 for 1. He was intentionally walked back in the 5th, and Josh Berry is going to ride with his starter. Time called as Sepulveda is going to tie his shoe as well.
So Sepulveda, he's been out there for a while now, and he's going to try to work out of a runners on the corners jam. He's going to tie his shoe out there and get himself collected.
Pitch 83 upcoming for Sepulveda.
Sepulveda now at 83 pitches.
Bergstrom, the catcher, with runners on the corners,
The Merchants have had
Any
someone
hit
warming up out there since the
would
4th
tie the
inning.
game.
We're now here in the top of the 6th.
From the stretch, the
First pitch
pitch
comes in.
is a bit up
Bergstrom
high.
launches a ball
1-0.
upstairs. So 1 ball and no strikes. A huge spot here. for
Ringer
the
on deck
Studs.
should he be needed.
Down 1 here
Who's
to
coming
the
clutch
top
tonight,
of
a
the
walk
6th.
and a
Trying to
single.
respond after a 4-run inning for the Merchants in the
Here's the
bottom
pitch.
6th.
It's a
Pitch comes in.
beautiful breaking ball, called
Strike
strike on the outside
on
part of the
outside
plate.
part of the plate.
1-1.
So 1 ball and 1 strike.
Runners on the corners.
Bergstrom.
Fisher
Huge opportunity here.
holding Shepard at first. Runner being held at third as well. From the stretch, the 1-1.
The 1-1.
On the way, it's fouled straight back.
Back.
Studs down to their final strike
Foul
of the
ball,
inning.
so 1 ball.
And the Little Eagles chanted for their strikeout one more time.
Bergstrom, a huge opportunity here.
Sepulveda a strike away from exiting after 6 with the lead.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Can
Runners
he
take their
keep
lead.
himself in line for the win? Here's the 1-2
And
on the
pitch.
way. It's a hard hit ground ball, foul.
But it's just foul by
And we'll do it
a few
again.
inches. It would most likely have been out number 3, so Bergstrom with a little bit of life here in the 6th inning.
1-2, 2 away. From the stretch,
Takes you
Sepulveda will step off and try to clear his cleats. You got to think that's getting to him. If he's letting that bother him,
the fans
might
here
be
in
getting into his
Everett
mind
are
when he's
yelling
delivering.
KKK Studs looking for a home run.
1 and 2. It's a ball down, no throw. And a stolen base puts 2 in scoring position.
All of a sudden, a hit into the gap will mean 2 runners score here for the Studs. Down by 1. It's 5.
A base hit would give the Studs a lead. 2-2. 2 on in scoring position with 2 away. A 5-4 lead for the Merchants here in the top of inning number 6. Sepulveda from the stretch comes home. The 2-2 is a hard hit ground or fly ball, and Anthony Anderson can't get it. It's going to bang off the wall. 2 runs score. The throw is into the infield, and 2 runs will score. The Studs take the lead on a double into left field by Bergstrom.
A 2-out rally by the Studs. And the Studs do what they
Time
do best.
called.
2-out hitting. Time will be
And
called.
Sepulveda has been chased. Strasberry's going to go get his starter. We'll be back for the last of the top of the 6th inning. 2 away and a man on at second. Studs retake the lead at 6-5.
And that one's so
Welcome back.
We are back here in the top of the 6th. And the Studs have retaken the
Colton
lead
Friedrichs
6-5.
climbs in for the Merchants.
Huge hit by
Runner on
Jackson.
second base by Bergstrom is
RBI
Bergstrom,
double, who's on second now.
and Ringer
Ringer
will face
now at bat.
Bergstrom.
The first pitch comes in,
Friedrichs.
trying to let
Bunt
go of
shown.
the
It's a called
ball,
strike.
comes in. And with 2 outs, Ringer with a surprising bunt. He's unable to lay it down though, so no ball and 1 strike
0-1.
here to Ringer.
and 2 RBIs.
Ringer facing Friedrichs.
Friedrichs on the hill. for the
Fisher
Merchants.
well in on the
Over at
grass.
second.
No one covering at first. This
Way
ball will
outside.
bounce
The
away.
ball is nowhere to be found for the catcher.
A wild pitch will advance the runner.
Third is Bergstrom. And that's a huge mistake for the Merchants. Now an infield base hit or a sharply hit ball in the outfield will score Bergstrom. from
So
third.
advance the runner on the wild pitch. 1-1
So Ringer now with an opportunity
from the stretch.
to put the Studs up 2 and get it in
Friedrichs
right here in
looking
the
to put
6th.
this away and keep it at a 1-run deficit. Merchants have had traffic. They are in this game. Here's the wind and the 1-1. It's a foul tip into the glove, and there's 1 away. Or there, excuse me.
Ringer just gets a
We're a
piece of
strike
power.
away from a K. And give those Little Leaguers what they want. They've been asking for a K for 20 minutes now.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Friedrichs will get the sign from Shotani.
Ringer looking to put the ball in play. He singled last time up and got
A hit would give the Studs another run. Instead, it's a ball upstairs, 2-2.
2 ball and 2 strikes. Ringer was able to get the job done with a hard hit
Bit of a
ground ball towards
smaller
the
crowd than
shortstop.
normal with the rain, but Merchant Faithful here looking for a win. 2-2, 1 on, 2 away. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. It's a high pop-up. Shotani taking a peek, but it's going to get out of play. Just a couple rows deep behind home plate, and it's still 2-2.
So a couple balls and a couple of strikes. Here to Ringer.
Ringer, a 2 RBI single in the 5th.
AB right now.
Bergstrom chasing starter Emir Sepulveda, who's given up 6, but he's responsible for the runner at third. This pitch is outside. It'll fill the count.
And 2 strikes to Friedrichsen.
And Bergstrom will take a big lead at third.
So Friedrichsen
He's coming home on anything in the dirt.
looking to get out of the runner on third situation.
3-2, 2 away, 1 on at third, 6-5, Studs lead over the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a hard hit liner, but a foul, and we'll do it again.
The infield, and that will be foul. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. We will stay there. The best count in baseball will come to you once more with runner on third.
One more foul.
Something has to give.
Payoff pitch coming, 2 away,
The payoff
runner on
pitch.
at third. 1 run lead for the Studs. This pitch is outside, ball 4.
A great AB by Ringer, and that will
And he'll
turn
get
over the
aboard.
lineup. Murashige will now step into the batter's box. He singled last time.
Murashige climbs in 1 for 3 with a stolen base.
For another RBI.
As the Studs looking to add on here. Big inning after big inning. They scored 4 in the 5th and 2 so far here in the 6th. And a ball down the first base line. Might score 2. You never know. Here's the pitch.
And the pitch.
It's big.
Waves at it.
Great
Strike
breaking
number
ball
1.
there.
Checks his swing, but went way
As
too
Morishige down on a knee.
far. Murashige is quite the ball player for the Studs. He's had himself a great season, hitting over 300.
Morishige, really deep batting stance. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. It's well away. Stolen bag easily without a throw. And the count is 1-1.
So now runners on second and third. Murashige plays with so much joy out there in the baseball field. He has some of the best celebrations on the Studs. You've seen it a few different
Murashige,
times. And wouldn't you love a celebration?
a base hit would score 2.
Studs fan.
1-1, 2 away, 2 on. Here's the pitch.
The pitch comes in.
It's a called strike, and that's what you need.
And on a pitch
if
that
you're
looks
Friedrichs.
outside, Murashige is called a strike.
We'll take it any way you can get it.
So a few fans in the first row down the third base side have been yelling K for about a half
Friedrichs
hour now.
looking for his strikeout to end the side
To get their dreams
from the stretch. The 1-2 is upstairs. 2-2.
Ball up high, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Murashige.
Josh Berry looking on.
Second and third.
Nobody in the Merchant pen.
It's been a flip.
2-2, 2 on, 2 away. Here in the top half of the 6th inning.
In the bottom of the 5th.
What a contest we have here. Long hold, and he'll step off.
With a huge 2-out rally in the 6th inning. This top of the 6th looked to go quickly.
Friedrichs
But then all of a
shakes
sudden, a walk
and
by
gets a
Tim
sign he
Lamar,
likes.
and then a couple
He'll
of
set his
hits,
hands.
and now here we find ourselves
From the
with
stretch,
runners on
the
second.
delivery. The
So
2-2 is a
ground
ground ball. It's going to be a tough play. Shortstop can't make the play. And that's a base hit to score another run.
It was a tough play by the shortstop, but he was never able to come up with it.
Infield single for Morishige pushes home another run. Bergstrom comes home to score. And the Studs extend their lead.
This is Studs baseball.
It's
at its
7-5.
finest. 2 outs, and they're just able to make something happen.
The Studs
Timing,
pesky as ever,
and they're just
scoring
able to keep
any
the
way
ball
they
in play,
can.
get stolen
Here's
bases,
Gallagher, 0 for 3 with a pair of
take
strikeouts.
out,
Runner goes. This pitch inside. No throw and another stolen
and
base.
once again, and you see that all the time. Runners on first and third, 2 outs, and the Studs will almost always send the runner there, especially with a speedy Murashige.
So
at
2
first.
on in scoring position
Now
again.
second. So now Jake Gallagher
Still only a 2-run deficit for the Merchants, but another big inning, 3 across so far for the Studs. Here's the 0-1. It's a ball upstairs, 2-0.
Ball number 2 just missed that top part of the strike zone.
And Josh Berry is probably going to ask him to die on this hill for him if he needs to. No one warming up for the Merchants. Everett down quite a few arms, but putting up quite the effort tonight. 2-0, 2 out, and a big swing and a miss on a nice breaking ball, low and away. The count is 2-1.
The sun's starting to set here. The clouds are slowly starting to turn pink here.
Tense moments.
Blue sky
We went 4 runs in the top of the 5th for the Studs, then 4 in the bottom of the half for the Merchants. Everett, or rather Seattle, answering right back with 3 of their own and counting here in the top of the 6th. And a contest that keeps getting longer. 1 hour and 50 minutes, and we're only in the top of the 6th inning. We're on track for a 3-hour game. Long game in this cold temperatures. Here's the 2-1, two-way. It's a pitch inside, 3-1.
So we got a hitter's count here to Gallagher. Nothing else you want. Jake Gallagher hitting 275 on the year.
Merchants looking to keep this one close. 3-1 the count. Any out would send the Merchants to the bottom of the 6th inning within 2. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Good breaking ball. Able to get a piece of the plate. And the count runs full. Murashige will be on the move with the pitch.
But either way, it'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second and third. Friedrichsen gets the sign.
3-2, runners hold. It's a base hit in the left field. Andrews in to cut it off. Only 1 run's going to score, but it's 8.
Held that third, a huge base hit by Jake
2-5.
Gallagher.
RBI single by Gallagher.
Gallagher with a huge exclamation to the dugout. The Studs go crazy, and it's now a 3-run lead. What a 2-out rally this has been.
4 runs scored in the half frame for the 3rd consecutive half inning. 4 by the Studs in the top of the 5th, 4 by the Merchants in the bottom of the 5th, and now 4 by the Studs here in the top of inning number 6. This is a high floating fly ball charging his Bullard, and he cannot get there. It's a base hit. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs going to score. The throw in, it's a 2 RBI double, and it's 10-5. Seattle over the Merchants.
So
10-5 in the 5th inning, or the 6th inning. Schnerman up and takes ball number 1 here in the 6th inning. 10th man to the plate here in Everett. 10-5. 10 runs on 10 hits for the Studs. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. 1-1. 10 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Studs. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Merchants, and a pitcher getting loose in the Merchants bullpen. Everett bats are going to need to come alive here in the final 4 frames. They've done it before. Friedrichs delivers. It's a called strike. 1-2.
Himself a tough outing.
3 runs are allowed by Friedrichs. All runs earned. So you can close the book on Amir Sepulveda. 7 runs all earned for Sepulveda. And he's in line for a very tough loss. Here's the pitch. It's a chopper foul. And we'll do it again.
Strumman can hit it a long way if he gets a hold of one. And that might be the nail in the
Schnurman
coffin if Strumman gets a hold of
struck
one right
out in this inning. He's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. 1-2, 2 away. Runner on at second base. Friedrichs looking to stop the bleeding. Here's the pitch. It's a bit outside.
And 2 strikes.
Tough outing so far for Friedrichs. Looking to stop the bleeding and give his offense a chance.
Shepard with a single, Berkshire with the double. Ringer kept the line moving with the walk, and from there things got out of hand.
On deck is Williams, and this pitch is low, and it'll fill the count
3 balls and 2 strikes. The count is full.
at 3-2.
2 outs, runner on second. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
What a
Simon
tough frame for the Merchants.
on deck.
6 runs in the half inning.
Strumman steps back in.
Here's the payoff.
The payoff pitch.
So swing and a miss.
Strike 3, but the studs do
The damage is done, however. 10 men come to the plate. They plate 6. We head to the bottom of the frame. It's 10-5 Seattle. Welcome back. First pitch to Anthony Andrews is a called strike. Merchants sent 9 men to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning to take a 5-4 lead. As this is a ground ball fielded at third. The throw across, and that is in time for the out. 5-3 the put out for out number 1, and that was a fantastic call and a fantastic play for out number 1.
Third baseman able to make the play. And look at his celebration over there at third. Puts his hands above his
Drake
head.
Anderson
Motions over to the right fielder, Garrett Ringer.
still the pitcher for the Studs. He had a long layoff, and sometimes you don't like that to happen
Top of the lineup to Axel Puls.
if you're a relief pitcher.
Puls already has a couple of hits to his name tonight.
Pulls a pair of singles and a run scored. He takes a called strike outside.
Strike number 1.
Borderline
Outside
pitch.
pitch is called a strike.
Speedy shortstop digging in.
Trying to make it a 1-2-3.
Here's the 0-1.
0-1 pitch.
It's a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Quickly 0-2. On deck is Shotani. He singled and scored. He also walked back in the first. Merchants just looking for base runners any way they can get them. Need 5 runs in the next 12 outs. Here's the pitch. It's a bit.
And a pitch that looked like it was in there for a
Aye.
strike. Must have just missed that top part of the
And the
strike
count is actually 1-2 as I was a pitch
zone. 1
behind.
ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on.
Here's the
1
wind.
out,
And the
1
delivery by
ball,
Anderson. The
6
1-2 is a line drive. Base hit in the center field.
That was hit on
And
a
Poles
rope.
with his 3rd consecutive single.
For a single. And Poles
7th hit of the afternoon.
3 singles.
Turned evening for the Merchants. 2 minutes short of the 2-hour mark here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Shotani climbs in 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored. He walks back in the first.
1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Rolled into a huge double play back in the third.
Here's the pitch.
First pitch comes in.
It's well inside, nearly hitting that back leg. 1-0.
Looking to roll over a double play to show Tani just how he did in the third inning.
7 walks in the contest
Anderson
by
hard throwing left.
Studs
Pitch comes
pitching.
in.
This
There's
ball
the
is chopped
fastball
foul.
with the chopper down the left field line into foul ball. So the count moves to 1 ball.
1-1 is the
strike.
count.
The lights come here. The lights come on here in Everett. The sun has
On deck,
set.
Jaden Piper. 1 for 2, run scored on a walk. Here's the 1-1. 1 on, 1 away, and it's a ball low.
In for ball number 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike.
And this is where you make the team with the big lead nervous. Get some runners on. You get a pitcher with some control issues perhaps on the mound, although he's looked okay at times.
2-1.
Moved to first, nothing doing.
Wants to keep
Shotani
at bay over there at
waits for the
first.
pitch, but Pole's standing on the back.
The Studs with a huge top of the 6th inning.
From the stretch, the lefty delivers. The 2-1, it's time called, no pitch. Or excuse me, that's going to be a balk. No pitch, they'll send the runner to second on the balk. I think they said he broke his hands.
Looked like he balked there, so runner will move
So 2-1, no pitch, and no stolen base, no pitch. Poles moves ahead on the block. 2-1. Now a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. It's a chopper foul, and no one can make the play. And oh no, somebody makes the play in the Everett dugout.
By number 19, Easton Leonard. So a great play.
Leonard able to make the
over
play.
there by the Merchants. We'll do it once more.
Third baseman got some good hands. Here's the 2-2.
The pitch comes in.
It's a ground ball comebacker to the pitcher. The throw to first is in time for out number 2 and a runner on third base.
Moves over to third in the aftermath of the play.
1 3-year put out for out number 2. It'll bring up Jaden Piper.
Jaden Piper. Piper has a couple of hits.
Piper under a .458 on base percentage. One of the guys you want up in this situation. You don't care how you get on.
Huge for Everett all season long.
You just want to get on.
Above .450 on base percentage.
Here's the pitch.
As the first pitch comes
It's
in,
a breaking ball that catches the zone.
Number 1.
0-1.
And 1 strike. Drake Anderson making to look.
Fisher on deck.
looking to make this
0-1.
a 0 inning. The
It's a
pitch
foul
comes in,
off.
Foul ball back
0-2.
behind the plate, so no ball and 2 strikes. He's 1 strike away from getting out of this thing.
It's a pitcher throwing in the merchant pin, but
Pulls at third.
they're
Then
down.
Everett
I don't know if they're
on the
ready to
start
go
climb back into this game.
or if they decided to not throw him in this next frame. 0-1 the count.
The Studs looking to win their 4th
Anderson
straight ball game.
from the stretch. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is low and inside. Skips into the dirt.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The Studs have been playing some mighty good baseball as of
Excuse me, the
late.
count is 2-2.
They beat the Gumbaroos by double digits. Then they go into the
Oh,
fish
1-2.
sticks.
Excuse me, the count is 1-2.
Hold them to no runs. And then they beat them
1-2. Here's the pitch. It's inside. 2-2.
inside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to number 11, Piper.
2-2. 2 away.
Jaden Piper, the center fielder, has made some
Pulls on at
plays
third
out there
base.
in center for the Merchants. Now looking to put one out there.
Piper facing Anderson. Here's the pitch.
Pitch from the
It's
stretch
a
is
foul
foul
ball, and we'll do
Shot
it
stays
again.
alive. So the count will stay right
Good
there at
defensive
2
hitting by
balls
Piper.
and 2
He's having a good night. 1 for 2, run scored, and a walk. He did strike out back in the third.
Piper
The
gets
free
back in,
swinging
taps
Keaton
the bat a few
Fisher up
times on home plate,
next.
twirls his bat in his hands, and steps back in.
Here's
Anderson
the
gets
stretch.
sign.
And the
stretch.
2-2 on the way. It's a
Hard
line
ball
drive
third
base
base.
hit down the third base line. That's going to play to run.
Score that will play into the corner.
Jaden Piper
Coming out second is Piper.
is
He
thinking
will
3. He's going to
stay
check
there.
up a 2-out RBI single. Gets a run back for the Merchants.
Double.
Excuse me, a double as he gets to second base. It's now 10-6. Keep climbing that mountain, boys. You never know what's going to happen.
Murishige at third. Murishige tried to make a diving play, but just beyond
Yeah, an RBI double for Piper if you're scoring at home. And Keaton Fisher climbs in. 1 for 2, grounded into a double play, walked and scored a run in the top of the 4th inning. It's 10-6.
The 6th inning. It's now 10-6 studs. The runner at second. The
First pitch is a called strike.
Strike number 1. The off-speed pitch. Finds the strike.
Fisher facing Anderson, 4th time up tonight.
Fisher now up.
Single, a walk, and a run scored. Was erased on a double play back in the 1st. Merchants kicking themselves for not cashing in those first 3 frames. It's a swing and a miss, and quickly 0-2.
Strike number 2. The Merchants
And this is what you can't do here if you're the Merchants. You cannot afford to give up opportunities like this one.
get out of tough positions, and Keaton Fisher
0-2, two-way, 2-1. Or run-on. Runner goes. This is a flare ball dying in shallow left field, and the play is made in left for out number 3. The Merchants pick up a run, but it's 10-6 studs as we head to the top of the 7th inning.
We're back here in the
Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning.
Zion Williams.
Merchants trail the Seattle-Cheney Studs 10-6.
Over the Merchants here at the top of the 7th.
Friedrichs back on the mound.
Friedrichs gets the sign.
Middle infielders playing well back. It's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1.
No balls and 1 strike.
Williams 2 for 3 tonight with a single. He was erased on a fielder's choice and scored a run.
Williams steps in.
It's one of the few studs to not reach in that big top of the 7th, or rather top of the 6th, and the count is 1-1.
Williams sporting a .330 average this year on only 12 plate appearances.
Still a real tight contest here. 10-6, neither team comfortable. This pitch is a swing and a miss on a good breaking ball by Friedrichs.
Right through that one. A little bit early on that pitch off speed.
Friedrichs Jr. out of the University of Jamestown. From Cedar Woolley, Washington, 5'7", 160-pound righty. Here's the 1-2. It's a ground ball to third. He can't. Oh, it is foul. Wow.
So that ball looked like it was fair into the last second
And must have just missed the bag, but that looked fair for a long time. But the Merchants certainly going to take it as that ball kicked away by Leonard. 1-2 again. And that mound is a sticky, dirty mound. But it's relatively intact. It's a good game to miss if you are not good in cold weather. I know a few of you listening don't like sitting outside in the cold without a bunch of layers, and this is a good one for you to miss, as it's It's cold up here in the booth. I can't imagine how it's feeling out there in the stands.
Kamihara on deck.
Williams
Kamihara usually bats
digging in.
but instead took over for Afwork, so he's batting 6th. But we're still in Zion Williams. One ball
From the stretch, Friedrichs comes in. 1-2 is fouled off.
Baseline is foul, so foul ball.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
2 strikes.
I like when it goes to full.
Zion Williams, not to be confused with Zion Williamson, the basketball player who plays for the Pelicans in the NBA.
I like the full.
He's
Couple
got
a
the same
little bit of
muscle as
action
Zion
in
Williamson, a big guy out there.
the pin. Here's the 1-2. It's well outside, bounces in.
For ball number 2, Zion Williams, 6'3", 225.
Pitch 7 is a ball.
Absolute specimen out there in left field today, but can play a variety of positions out there in the outfield. Goes to
2-2 the count.
Community College.
Tacoma
It's a Curtis
CC
alum just
batter
down the road of where the Seattle Studs play
as
in the
Friedrichs
University of Puget
shakes
Sound. 2 balls in, 2 strikes.
from the stretch and delivers. The 2-2 pitch is popped up but foul, and we will do it again.
Broadcast booth, just high of us.
Not quite low enough to make a play on it.
At 2 balls and 2 strikes. Williams is a junior for TCC. He was all conference last year. Here in the 7th, Studs up
2-2.
10-6.
Here's the pitch.
2-2 comes in.
Low and
Save
away.
for outside.
And we'll see a
Ball
full
number
count
3. So 3
pitch.
ball and 2 strikes. Williams working a pretty good AB here.
10th pitch of the at-bat coming. It'll be a payoff for Friedrichs against the left fielder Williams.
Officially dusk here in Everett.
Temperature continuing to drop
The sun has
in Everett
set,
Memorial
the
Coliseum.
lights are on, and the sky is darkening.
Here's the payoff.
Pitch.
It's a hard ground ball towards Everett,
By the dugout.
and we'll do it again.
A few players have to duck out of the way. It hits the netting, and the count will stay full.
It should be 9. It should be a 10.
So the umpire will get a few new baseballs. Put
Couple
the
new
field
pearls out
pocket,
towards
and we'll get back
the home plate
behind
umpire.
the plate.
Slaps his mask back on, and we're back underway. Payoff coming.
A long AB here by Williams. Friedrichs.
Payoff
shoots
is
off a
pitch
few
number
pitches.
11.
Finally gets one.
Friedrichs from the stretch
From the
delivers. The
stretch.
3-2 is
Skips in there.
downstairs.
What an AB.
Oh, that great.
And the Studs
11
players
pitch
go
at bats.
crazy.
That
One.
wasn't that bad.
Something the Studs do is they bring the energy
By
night in
Williams.
and night out. Everybody on the bench yelled when Williams reached first. A long AB that Zion Williams did indeed win. So a leadoff walk now for Kamihara. The pitch comes in. Ball number 1. Kamihara loves to lay down the bunt, and he looked to do that.
Ball won
there
by
as well.
Kamihara, rather. Pardon me.
So Williams take a lead over there first. Kamihara
1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's
steps
choice,
back
scored a
in.
pair of runs, and walked.
Gotta be so
It's a long
disappointed
game
as a pitcher. A long
tonight for
AB,
all
and
of
he
these
just
players.
beat, and Williams won that one. Runner now on first. Takes
Friedrichs,
the pitch.
butt shown. This one gets through and hits off the umpire. A wild pitch is going to advance the runner. 2-0 the count.
Advance the runner
And that one's got to hurt. Oh, man.
So Kamihara was looking to bunt there, pulled back last second, maybe interfered with the catcher's vision a little bit. Ball went past him, and Williams able to move into second.
And that pitch drilling
And
the
here
right
Merchants, who
leg
cannot afford
of
to
the
give
umpire,
Studs
but
any
no more
runs.
runs
It's
for the
still a
Merchants
ball
if
game
you want to
right
win
now.
this one.
10-6.
2-0. Here's the pitch by Friedrichs. It's well inside. 3-0.
So 3 balls and no strikes. Kamihara probably going to watch this pitch. Was in a similar position last time he was up, faced a 3-0 count, and watched a strike down the middle.
Pitcher warming for the
Let's
Merchants.
see if the same thing happens. 3 balls and no strike. The pitch.
Kellen Johns warming. It's a called strike.
Kamihara doesn't like it. That ball just caught the
That caught a
bottom
piece of
part
the black,
strike
but
zone.
it was pretty borderline. Taking all the way, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt a lot of times, whether that's fair or not. 10 runs on 10 hits
So
for the
here's down here
Studs.
Kamihara.
6
Give him a
runs
chance to put the bat
on
the
8
shoulder.
hits
3 balls and 1 strike.
for the
Pitch comes
Merchants,
in,
and it's
that
a
is
ball
downstairs
4.
For ball number 4, Kamihara flips his bat over
And
to the
back-to-back
dugout and
walks.
reaches first.
Put 2 on and no out for the Studs.
Friedrichs, and that
And coming up to bat
brings up
is
Logan
Shepard.
Shepard. He has had himself a pretty good day.
Logan Shepard 1 for 3.
DH today, but can also play the outfield.
With a single stolen base and a run scored.
First
This
comes
pitch
in,
is
a
grounded
hard ball
foul
by third, but it's foul.
for strike 1.
And roll is over to where the Everett Merchants bullpen rather is.
0-1
So no balls in,
for
one
Shepard,
strike.
the DH. Bergstrom on deck.
No home runs so far here in this ball game. Shepard might have a
This
word with
ballpark
that.
playing even bigger than it normally does. This pitch outside, 1-1.
If someone is going to find a homer today, they're going to really need to get a hold of it. It is cold out here. The walls are high in Everett. And it's 342 out there to left center.
1-1.
Like 20-foot walls.
Friedrichs delivers. The pitch is inside and high. 2-1.
And one strike. So Shepard with an opportunity here to really give the Studs a commanding lead. Already up
Kellen
4,
Johns
10-6
warming for the Merchants.
here in the 7th.
We'll see when they
Runners
call
on
upon
first and
him
second. Runners get their lead.
to relieve Friedrichs. The
Wind up,
2-1
the pitch.
is a called strike. It's a great breaking ball.
Couple of balls in, a couple of strikes.
And the count evens
To
at
Shepard.
2-2. 2-2, 2-1, no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Merchants trailing the Seattle-Cheney Studs 10-6.
Runners take their lead.
Here's the pitch.
comes in.
And it
Behind
hits him.
And did that hit him? Either way, runners will move up to second.
Both runners advance, and they said it didn't hit him, so it's a wild pitch. The count will run full at 3-2.
Friedrichs really lost control of that one. That was
And I thought it hit him. I'm going to be honest.
Logan Shepard. And Shepard was looking to just wear that one. He didn't move out of the way or anything. Was a statue out there.
I wonder if that's why they called him back.
But either way,
3-2 payoff
now
pitch
3
coming.
balls,
Nobody
2
outs.
strikes. Nobody out. Runners on second and
Here's the
third.
pitch.
The wind up and the pitch.
It's a line
foul
blooper
ball.
foul. It'll get out of play,
Goes
and we'll do
right
it again.
side. We'll do it once more. On deck is number 5, Jack Bergstrom, who had the big double in the 6th inning.
3-2 payoff pitch coming after the foul ball.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Logan Shepard. Friedrichs gets the sign. The stretch, the pitch.
Ground ball past the diving glove of Leonard, and that's going to plate another run. No holds the runner. An RBI single.
Spot, and it's an RBI single for Shepard. Williams will score. And the Studs, who their offense looked stagnant at the start of the game, now all of a sudden
11 runs on 11 hits for the Studs.
11 runs, 11 hits in this ball game, and a vast majority.
And the
of them
Merchants
come in
piling
the last
on.
couple of innings, and that will be it for Friedrichs. So we'll get a pitching change here.
Friedrichs being pulled. Merchants put in Keller Johns. Nobody out and 2 on the corners for the Seattle-Cheney Studs on top, 11-6. Welcome back.
pitch on the second run.
Keller Johns into bat.
We're back here in the top of the 7th. Runners on the corners, nobody out. The first pitch comes in.
It's called strike by Keller Johns. Runners on the corners.
Taking over for the Merchants is Kellen Johns.
Kellen Johns, Dakota State University. It is in South Dakota, but not South Dakota State. I promised you all an update on that after yesterday's game, and it's a called strike, 0-2.
And 2 strikes. Dakota State. What Dakota is it in? Nobody would know. Well, it's in South Dakota, in Madison, but you wouldn't know by the name. The 0-2. Runner goes.
Runner goes well outside. It's another stolen base. 1 and 2.
Shepard grabs second. Bergstrom with the huge double in the 6th inning to not just keep that inning alive, but also score a pair of runs.
Kellen Johns pitched the 7th in last night's contest. Gave up a run against the Reverend Dukes. 1 and 2, top 7.
Takes their lead.
2 on in scoring position. Here's the 1-2.
2 strikes. The pitch.
It's a ball inside, 2 and 2.
And 2 strikes. But Johns likes to fill up the strike zone, not a super hard thrower. But we'll put it in there for you to hit. And Bergstrom will look to do just
2-2, 2 away, 2 on in scoring position, and this one threatening to be a runaway. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike 3, and a huge out number 1. Kellen Johns doing his job. It'll bring up Ringer.
Now bring up Garrett Ringer, who has had himself.
Garrett Ringer, a great night tonight. 2 walks and a single, 2 runs scored, and a huge 1 out RBI single back in the 5th. Was floating below the Mendoza line before tonight's game, but hitting the ball. It's a ground ball to third. The only place to first base, and it is high but picked up. 2 away, and a run will score. Another RBI for Ringer. 5-3 the ground outs for out number 2, but another run scores. 12-6 now. And Akana Murashige climbs in.
4 runs were scored in
2 for 4.
the Merchants.
2 singles, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored. 2 outs.
But if the Merchants want any chance of getting back in this one, they're going to need to
12 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the Seattle Studs. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Merchants. Here's the pitch.
The pitch comes in.
Popped it up. Tough play. Davis under it, and he makes the play for out number 3, and that will retire the side. Studs pick up 2 more runs. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 12-6. Welcome back, bottom 7. Nate Davis climbs in. Merchants need base runners in a big way. Down 12-6 with 9 outs to go.
The first pitch comes in.
Davis faces Anderson. It's a called strike.
In there.
Rotobow on deck, designated hitter. 0 for 2 with the
Drake
sacrifice.
Anderson will stay out there for his 3rd inning of work. Go 1.
It's a hard hit, lined out to Morishige.
Does not have to
L5
move.
for out number 1.
Out number 1.
I need to do L5, and I don't know if it was just
Comes up is Rotobow.
Just put your glove out there and the ball will come. Reminiscent of a scene from the Sandlot. No moving.
0 for 2 with
needed
sacrifice.
for Morishige.
Picked up an RBI back in the 5th
So now
inning
1 out.
on a deep fly out to
And
left
the next
field.
pitch
Here's the
comes
first
in.
pitch. It's a called strike, a little bit of framing there by Bergstrom, but it gets the job done.
Is in there now. The DH.
On deck is Bullard. Here's the 0-1.
The other one.
It's a check
curveball.
swing, and it
swing,
did it hit
no.
him? No. And what was the call?
It looks like he did not go.
And we'll say it's ball 1 for the moment.
So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Rotobot.
we did.
0-2. They said he did
0-2.
swing.
So
Oh,
excuse
those
me,
did
he
strong.
did swing. So
I was wondering because they did point at the hitter, and that ball's outside. So 1 and 2.
So it didn't look like he went from up here, but the first base umpire says he did indeed.
Now, it was
go.
interesting because it did not look like he
1 ball,
swung,
2 strikes.
but the home plate umpire pointing at him, and I thought it was because he had hit him, but it didn't.
And 2 strikes.
And now this ball missing inside 2 and 2.
Anderson.
Bullard on deck, Leonard in the
has had a
hole.
pretty good
Leonard
outing so far.
a strike away from a golden
Giving up
sombrero.
1 run.
Got to avoid that. 2-2, nobody on, 1 away. Here in the bottom half of inning number 7. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing. Strike 3 called. And out number 2,
Freezes.
Merchant. Dugout not happy with that call. I don't know if I blame him. It was pretty borderline, but looked a bit outside. And there's 2 away.
Down looking. And a great pitch
Bullard
by
has been
Anderson.
out number 2 in 3 consecutive
Out
appearances.
number 2 here in the bottom of the
He'd be out number 3 if he made it out here. 0 for 3. Here's the first pitch. It's a hard ground ball down through the left side for a base hit. 9th hit of the game is a 2-out single for Connor Bullard. And the Merchants looking to keep the line moving. Easton Leonard climbs in. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight. And likely would have beaten out the throw back in the 5th, but was caught frozen at the dish for a second or 2 before he took off.
Anderson looks in and gets the sign.
Leonard had a big night last night, 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a walk. And this pitch misses upstairs. Easton Leonard last night, 2 runs scored, 2 singles, a walk and a hit by pitch. He was 2 for 2. Also stole a bag. 1-0. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike, real borderline pitch, but they get the benefit of the doubt.
The lights are doing most of the work
It's 1-1.
here in Funko Field. Still a little bit of blue.
You can just see Mount Pilchuck out there, the Cascade Mountains outside, the stadium across the highway. And here we are playing baseball in the beautiful state of North. That ball gets away. E1 and holding at second is Bullard. And I think you just need, and I think that you could have made it to third, but there's no need to,
E1.
as the E1 advances the runner. And the first error of the contest belongs to the visitors.
Was not running over to get that passed ball, and makes Ben Schnurman get his own mistake. So now runner at second, 2 outs.
Here's the 1-1. It's a ground ball, 1 hop to first. He'll take it himself, and that will retire the side. Merchants strand a man at second base. We head to the top of the 8th inning, 12-6 studs. Welcome
All right,
back.
We're back here in the 8th inning. The first pitch comes in. It is in there. for
Kellen
strike
Johns
number one.
throws a called strike number 1.
Jake Gallagher.
To
for the
Jake
first
Gallagher.
batter For the Studs. Has a
Third
couple
pitcher of the
strikeouts
night.
To his name, but also a huge double in the 6th inning. The pitch comes in.
Swing and a miss.
Strike number 2. So a big hack
Kellen Johns
and a big strike.
came in the top of the 7th inning.
6. No balls.
Got
a
3
couple of
consecutive
strikes.
outs.
From the stretch is way
And that's a
outside.
big miss. 1 and 2.
A good catch by the catcher over there. One ball, 2 strikes.
Johns delivers. The pitch is a well-hit ball to center field. Piper will take a couple steps back
Have to move. Piper
and make the play.
could have sat
For out
there,
number
made
1.
himself a sandwich, got back up, and still caught the ball. And retired is Gallagher. So that will bring up Jeremiah Crane, the shortstop.
Crane climbs in. Shortstop for the Seattle-Cheney Studs. 1 for 4 tonight with a double.
Crane has himself 1 hit on
Picked up a few RBIs back in the 6th inning when the Studs really put this one out of the way, and a big, huge
swung
hack.
out of his shoes on that one. Does a little
Would have been a
hop
sword if
after.
that was strike 3, a new stat being tracked in some leagues.
No ball and 1 strike.
It's the 0-1.
The first pitch comes in.
It's a
Another
swing and a
big
miss, just
swing
staying
and
alive.
just
Or
hits
getting a
his
piece of
bat
that, rather.
as
He would have been
well.
alive regardless. 0-2.
Snowball and 2 strikes.
Join us back here at the
A few
ballpark
fans still here in
on
Toronto.
Sunday,
Orange
tomorrow,
Troopers.
1:05 p.m. against,
The weather
or rather
here in
on
Everett
Father's
is
Day.
cold. It's been raining most of the day as the 0-2 pitch comes
Get some better
in.
weather.
Ball
Chopper.
over to third.
Leonard's got it. The throw across. Another high throw, but he keeps the anchor down. Fisher.
Throw, but
5-3 the putout. And 5 consecutive Studs retired.
he's pretty tall over there and just reaches up and makes that play. If I told you
Schnerman
that
up to
on
bat now.
June 15th we were playing baseball at 48 degrees, you'd call me crazy, but that's exactly
Honkers visit
what
the
it
Merchants
is
tomorrow.
here in Everett. It is cold
1:05 p.m.
for
first
fans
pitch on
here.
Father's Day.
Most of them
Come
are
on down
home
to the game.
just to stay warm.
5 o'clock,
The 0-2
or
pitch
rather
comes in.
$5 admissions and a huge hack.
Excuse me, that
Oh,
was
and
the
1.
first pitch of the AB. So
$5 tickets for everybody.
ball and 1
$5
strike.
burgers, $3 hot dogs. Come out and see about the cheapest ball game you can find in the summer. It's a great product. 0-1, and that one hits him.
Hit by pitch.
Schnorman wears
First
on
hit
his
by
left
pitch
thigh,
of the game by either
swings his
side,
bat and will take first base, and that'll
and will
bring
be a
up
runner on
Zion
with 2 away. Zion Williams climbs in. And a great game for Zion. 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a walk.
So Williams steps back in. Schnorman takes his lead. Williams
Johns from the stretch checks the runner at first base
with
and
the
comes
walk,
set.
times up a great day.
First pitch comes in, bounces
Gets
in low,
saved for ball
1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Kamihara on deck. Shepard in the hole.
Drew Kimihara on deck. Williams looking to keep this inning
Infielders
alive. A couple
shifted
of
to the
outs
left.
Here in the top of the 8th. The pitch comes in.
Slightly
He's
deep
outside.
outfield, and this
Ball
pitch
number
misses
2.
as well. 2-0.
Balls and no strikes. The Studs are up 12-6.
Don't want to see
over the
Kamihara
Everett
here.
Merchants
He's
in
1
the
for
top
2
eight.
and 2 walks, a
Pitch
few
comes
runs
in,
scored.
does
Run,
not.
throw over to
Throw
first, rather, and no play.
Not in time. Just keeping Schnorman honest over there at first.
Fisher has had a great game at first base. A couple of high throws by Leonard. And Fisher able to keep the anchor down. This pitch misses as well. It's 3-0.
And no strikes to Williams.
Josh Berry looking on. Josh Berry, former pitcher.
Williams, a multi-sport athlete. and
Likely a bit frustrated with what he sees, but he knew he was
comes in
dealing
and he watches
with
the
half a
strike on the
hand,
outside half of the plate,
missing
just catches the
a
black.
number of players on both sides of the ball. He's got to be
The
thrilled with his
3-ball
offense,
lead,
getting
1
6
strike.
runs on 9 hits, down a few, but likely frustrated at his pitching staff. The 3-1 is a called strike
Called
number
strike
2,
and Williams got the
and
short
a
end of the
good
stick on
breaking
that
ball by Johns.
A breaking ball that looked inside.
And with
must have
2
just caught the
strikes,
black.
or 2 outs rather. A payoff pitch. We'll see Schnerman on the move.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
From the set.
Something has to
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. The pitch is a
ground
chopper.
ball back to the catcher. That will
Gunner
stay fair, and a
throws
fly
to
over
first.
into
Fair
left
ball, and that
for
will
out number
end
3.
the inning. No runs.
Going into the
And one
bottom
man
of the
left
eighth,
on. We
it
head
is
to the bottom of the 8th.
slug
12-6 Cheney.
Over the Merchants.
Welcome back. Anthony Andrews leads off.
Anthony Andrews leads off
Bottom of the 8th
for
inning.
Everett. The
Here's the
first
pitch.
comes in
It's
way
well
outside.
outside.
Ball number 1.
1-0.
Drake Anderson, his 4th inning of work.
Anderson back in for inning number 4 for him.
Split tandem situation
Tandem starters
going
for the
for
studs.
a long reliever role
And you know,
for
I like that setup. I think more teams should do that. Ball fouled off. You'll see that occasionally in playoff situations in the major leagues and in College World Series from time to time. You get a few good starters, but you have one too many perhaps. So you tell one guy, hey, you're going to go 4 to 5 depending on how it goes, and the other guy's going to finish the game off. Here's the 1-0. It's a swing and a miss.
Strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Oh. Sorry, I was behind. 1-2 rather, as I was
Anderson has had
doing a few jobs up here. I get behind on the scoreboard occasionally.
day out there.
Andrews.
Picking up just
Here's the
one run
pitch.
in 3 innings worth. Pitch comes in,
Just a
curveball.
bit.
That's
No, it's a
strike
called
three.
strike. Oh boy,
Frozen
that
on the
was
outside
outside.
of the plate, Anderson.
But Andrews will take his medicine and walk back to the home plate dugout or the first base dugout.
Just caught the black, if anything. Could have gone either way. Anderson benefits.
Pulls
from
up.
it. Maybe the umpire.
The guy you want.
Cold. Maybe
3
he's
for
trying
4
to go home.
tonight.
It
2 runs
has
scored.
turned into
Advance on the
almost
block.
a 3-hour game as the pitch
Here's a
comes
pitch.
in,
Big hack and a miss
swing
by
and
Poles.
a miss for Poles. Strike number 1.
Poles got off to a slow start today, striking out on just 4 pitches to lead off the contest since 3 consecutive singles and 2 runs scored.
Back to back to back. Struck out in his first plate appearance. Since then, he's been on fire.
Here's the wind and the delivery by Anderson, and it's a call strike, a really nice pitch
Strike number 1. No balls and 2
by
strikes.
the long reliever.
Really impressed by Drake Anderson so far. Gave up the 1 run, and then since then has looked rock solid. Goes to Pierce call.
0-2 went away. Here's the wind and the 0-2 delivery. It's a pop-up sky high.
Towards the catcher. Who's going to come under it?
Bergstrom, and it's instead a misplay by Schnerman, and he cannot believe it.
I can't do it
He screams something I'm not allowed to say in the microphone. Throws his hat, and
give the error on the dropped
The windup
foul.
and the pitch is
And a
in there
called
for
strike 3 on the outside
What's
corner.
better than a pop-up? It's a K. Back to back strikeouts.
Two
looking
back-to-back. Two
Anderson.
strikeouts looking back-to-back.
My goodness, Anderson is really settling in there. Why go to the bullpen when your pitcher is
And you
looking
take
like
the error
that?
away.
Anderson, the hard-throwing 6'1" lefty, is having himself a night.
Because the
Pitch comes
strikeout
in,
occurred, and that
foul
ball is fouled off.
Strike number 1.
0-1. Shotani climbs up.
It's his game.
1 for 3, runs scored and a walk.
So
Grounded into a
Gordon
double play
Shotani
back
is
in the
up
third.
now for the Merchants.
Merchants quickly running out of outs. Down 6. 4 outs to go. Here's the pitch.
The pitch comes in.
It's a line shot foul.
On the right side.
0-2.
Now moves to no balls and a couple of strikes.
I don't think it.
The Merchants really need to get things going right now if they want any chance of coming back from this 6-run deficit.
Anderson.
5-4 back in the 5th. Since then,
Winds
Studs
and
have taken
delivers.
over.
The 0-2 pitch
comes in.
is a
Ground
chopper.
ball that goes right to
Fielded by
the
Piper.
Deck. Jaden Piper, who makes a nice snag. Toss it back to the dugout. The Merchants have a good laugh about that one, and we will do the 0-2 pitch once again. Anderson gets to the side. The windup.
Come on, Trey.
And
Here's the
pitch
0-2
is
pitch.
a
It's a
pop-up.
high fly
Into
ball.
right center.
Down
Taking
in
a
that
tough
triangle.
look at down-
Kamihara
It's a
diving
double
play to
by
make the play.
Kamihara.
Oh my
And he
goodness.
shows why he's the
F8
center
with a
fielder
star.
of the Studs.
Merchants go in order. We
My
head to the top
goodness,
of
what
the
a
9th
play by
inning.
Kamihara.
12-6. Seattle over your Merchants. Drew Kamihara climbing in. Not the guy you want to see in this situation if you're the
We are
Merchants.
back here in the top of the 9th. The first pitch comes into Kamihara. It is down and low.
As Johns misses
Low and outside.
low and
ball
away.
1.
For ball 1. Kamihara, a great game.
Not getting a hit.
A single, 2 walks, and reached on a fielder's choice. And the count is 0-2.
Moves to 2 balls.
Or 2-0 rather, 2-0. Here in the top of the 9th inning, Johns comes home. Swing and a miss.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Johns, the wind in, the 2-1. It's call strike.
Called strike
Just
2.
catching the top part of the zone. And the count is 2-2.
Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kamihara.
Johns delivers. The 2-2 is a lazy swing and a foul tip into the gloves for strike 3 and out number 1.
Cami Hara sits down. The next batting is the DH, number
Logan
6,
Shepard steps in, also having a good
Shepard.
night, but basically everybody is for the Seattle Studs tonight.
And
2 for
Logan
4, a
Shepard
pair of stolen bases, pair of singles, and a run scored.
has had himself a great game for
Back in the
Studs.
6th. Here's the pitch.
Comes in
It's a ball inside.
inside for
1
ball
and
number
0.
1. The Studs up big. Up 12-6 here in the top of the 6th.
1-0, 1 away. John's looking to kick this back to his lineup. This pitch is a high fly ball. Backing up is Bullard. He's coming in a few steps now and makes the play
Bullard, and that will be out
for out number 2.
So a quick couple outs.
Only one base runner allowed by Johns.
This game is all but over. The Studs up
2
6.
2/3 innings pitched by Johns.
But you know
He's
who
only
else
given
is
up
six? The
one base
Mariners.
runner,
The Mariners were up 7-1 in the 9th
and
inning.
he
And then
did allow a run
let's
on
talk
the
about the Rangers
RBI
got
ground
back
out, but
off 7-5. As the pitch
8
comes
outs
in,
and a
a
hit by
hard hit
pitch, and that ball
down
fouled
the
away.
line
So Johns with a
for
really
strike
good
number
outing
1.
here against a really
Mariners
talented
ended up hanging on to
Seattle-Cheney
that one,
stud
7-5 in
squad.
victory.
regular
Studs not
appearances
trying
at
to make
this
it that
NBC
close.
World Series. Merchants famously champions of that team, of that tournament. Back in 1988. This ball is a liner over the first base,
Blooper over the first
and
baseman's
Fisher
head.
can't get there.
Jack
So Bullard will cut that off. It's a 2-out single. The 12th hit of the night for the Seattle Studs, and there's a 2-out base runner for Seattle. In climbs the 9th hitting ringer, and oh boy, another good effort by a stud. 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, a stolen base, and a pair of walks. He drove in a run on that ground out.
We'll get one more AB guaranteed. He's had himself a day.
Third to first, nothing doing.
He's got himself a couple of walks and a couple of hits. Ringer looks in.
2 walks, a single, 2 runs, a stolen base, and an RBI ground out. This first pitch to hit Ringer is a called strike number 1.
Just the one hit, excuse me, with a couple of walks.
Johns, 8 outs, a walk, or 8 outs, a hit by pitch, and a single allowed, rather, and a good outing. Looking to close this one out and get it back to his offense. It's a mid ball outside or high, one of the two. 1-1.
Ball number 1.
It was a tight pitch for sure, but likely missing just by a touch.
So 1 ball and 1 strike to Ringer.
Bit of a soft zone, but it's gone both ways. That's a called strike,
Number 2,
and
1
it's
ball and 2 strikes.
1 and 2 on Ringer.
Studs down to their final strike here in the top of the 9th. Until it turns over to the bottom of the 9th, the Merchants will have 3 outs
Johns
to erase a 6-run deficit.
looking to put
The 1-2.
the Studs away,
Swing
and
and
he
a miss
will.
here.
A swing
Ringer
and a
goes down
miss
swinging,
for strike 3.
but it's the Studs
And that
12,
will
Merchants
retire
6.
the side.
Merchants have
The
3
third
outs to turn
strikeout
this game around. The Studs
in
looking to
9
keep it
outs
at
for
12-6. We'll be back after this break.
Kellen Johns as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last ups for the Merchants. They trail by 6. Welcome back. Matt Palmatier steps in. 2 appearances on the season. On June 4th against the Rogues, he did not record an out and allowed 5 runs on 1 hit and 2 walks. We're going to hope that he does that again here tonight. His other outing was 1 inning and 2/3 and did not allow a run, so we'll hope it's not that one of those outings for him. Piper takes the ball, and we're underway in the bottom of the 9th.
And even if he does the same thing that happened last time he was pitching, 5 runs would not be enough for the Everett Merchants to come back in this one.
Time called.
As Palmatier steps off.
And Bergstrom climbs up to Palmatier.
Palmatier goes to Pacific University.
That pitch was a strike, actually, to start that at bat.
So no ball and 1 strike here.
Palmatier and Bergstrom talking through some things. Maybe got tied up there a little bit. As Piper climbs in. 2 for 3 tonight with a walk, a run scored, and a double. So a good bat to have up right now. You want base runners any ways you can get them. Here's the 0-1. It's outside. It's a called strike. Boy.
And Palmatier gets away with one.
Huh.
And I know it's cold, but it's not that cold. That's got to be called a ball. But it's
I don't even know.
It benefits the stud.
It happens.
So no ball and 2 strikes.
0-2. Palmatier, it's a hard hit, ground ball, base hit in the right field.
In the right field, and I'm not
Piper gets aboard.
Either way, Jaden Piper reaches on a single, and that's not good. What you can have is a rally here in the
10th hit of the night.
Up 6.
It's Jaden Piper.
Is not how you want to start things.
Keaton Fisher climbs in with 1 away and a man on at first base, and Fisher.
Is now up playing first base in the
Rather, Piper's on first. Fisher's up to bat. And a called strike to start things off.
1 strike.
1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. The hit was a single in the big 5th inning for your Merchants.
Looks it.
Palmatier delivers. It's low, 1-1.
For 1 ball and 1 strike. Fisher is 1 for 3 today, but rolled into a huge
On deck is Davis.
in the first.
In the hole would be Rodabow.
Had a few opportunities in the 1st through 4th inning.
Davis 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. This ball gets away, but we'll give him the stolen base.
The ball gets away, excuse me, and the runner will be able to take second base on a passed ball.
I was just stolen base. He was off
So 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner now moves over to
Give him
second
the stolen bag as he was running on the pitch. 2-1 the count.
on a somewhat meaningless stolen base, but I guess it does deter the double play ball.
2-1.
So now 2 balls and 1 strike here to Keaton Fisher.
Glad we didn't have to have a defensive indifferent decision or a conversation there. This pitch well inside, 3-1.
So 3 balls and 1 strike.
And no one even sitting out in the bullpen anymore for the Studs.
He really needs to find a strike here. You can
And this is where you get to make the Studs nervous. You got nothing to lose. This game is over. Ball, runner goes. This ball is hit up the middle. It's fielded by Gallagher. The throw to first is in time for out number 1. But the runner advances.
Runner advances to 3rd.
You don't have enough outs to give away, though, so you
That
don't.
runner will be worth nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Can't keep giving up outs, but you're happy to move that runner along. Nate Davis climbs up. 1 for 2 with a single and a pair of walks. See what Nate can do here. Want to keep the line moving.
Runner on 3rd. He takes his lead. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
1 away.
Studs up 12-6.
Davis.
From the stretch.
It's a hard hit ground ball, and it's going to be off the glove. The throw to first, and it is in time. I don't know about that. Josh Berry's out. It's going to go 3-4-1 to put out, and the run will score.
Oh, my. A hard hit ball over there to Schnorman. And bounces
12-7 is the score.
Second baseman Gallagher comes over, gets the
And the
ball.
uber rare 3-4-1, but there's 2 away.
The pitcher
RBI.
Palmatier. Heads up play by everyone involved. Heads up by Palmatier to cover first by the second baseman to get that ball.
Sorry, I had to read the thing.
Great play. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth.
And a
Pitcher
called
obtaining a
strike to start things off on Rodabow.
One RBI.
And folks, that was an incredible play, but I think it was about a half a second late.
What a play by the stud. So 2 outs.
But the Studs will take it. It's now a 12-7 game. 0-1 the counts. Palmatier comes home, and this pitch is a called ball outside. Base is empty.
1 ball, 1 strike.
On the RBI ground out, 3-4-1 the putouts.
I forgot to mention that the Merchants did score a run, so now the ball game is 12-7, but it should not matter.
Palmatier,
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom.
the 1-1 delivery. It's upstairs, 2-1.
For ball number 2, 2 balls and 1 strike to number 20, Max Rudabaugh.
Yeah. Let's add this.
Rudabow
Finish this game off.
climbs in. Rudabow is 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. He did sacrifice a man himself
2 balls and 1
for an
strike, 2
RBI
outs.
back in the 5th. Here's the 2-1. The pitch, outside and low.
Outside, ball number 3, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Looking for base runners any way you can get them.
Matthew Palmatier looking to close out this
Bullard
ball
on
game
deck. He's 1
here
for 4.
in Everett. 10:06 p.m.
Reach on a single and
Looking at a
advance on an
3-hour
error.
game. It is a cold 47 degrees. Black skies. It is officially nighttime here in Everett.
3-1 Palmatier
Against Wilmot, that's fair
And
play.
from the
Palmatier
set
looking to turn
delivers
off
the
lights.
3-1,
pitch
and
is
it's a
in there.
called
Number
strike.
number 2.
And we'll have a payoff pitch, the final strike of the night for the Merchants, unless they get a board.
Count runs full.
Isn't that called a swing, but that's close enough. Didn't have any-
Palmatier looking to close out this game for the Studs.
Palmatier from the stretch.
3-2
The 3-2
pitch.
payoff. Checked his swing.
And
It's a called
strike.
strike.
Call.
And that zone
The
expanding quite a bit in the
Studs
final
win
couple
this
innings.
one by a score of
But the
12-7.
Merchants drop
Credit Matthew
a
Palmatier
12-7 final
with the
to
club.
the Seattle-Cheney Studs. Merchants taking a 5-4 lead at
And
one
the
point,
winning pitcher
but
is
dropping
Drake
a contest. Emir Sublobda taking the loss.
So Drake Anderson
And
will be the winning pitcher. Matthew Palmatier
Anderson takes the
will
lead.
Be the closing pitcher.
No save as we head
Great job
to the end of this
by
contest.
the
Merchants
Studs.
drop it by a final score of 12-7.
12-7.
Join us tomorrow for a Father's Day contest.
That
Honkers
makes this
versus Merchants at 1:05 p.m. We'll see you then. Until then, my name is Sean O'Connor. The Merchants
wins for the
are
Seattle-Cheney
looking forward to
Studs.
tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Final score
Until
is
then, my name is Sean O'Connor, voice of the Everett Merchants. Have a good night.
in Everett.